Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to another edition of the King's Court. And we got my lovely co host, the wonderful, shit talking Queenie herself. You know it's the truth, baby. So what's going on, baby? Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody how your week been going before we
My
get
week was my week's been going pretty good. But I will say today was special.
what made today special? Oh shit.
Well, I had a little issue with one of my vehicles, and I sent out a SOS, basically just asking for a tow truck. And the person that I asked, they that's their forte. They work on cars. So instead of that person saying yes, no to the tow truck, they started asking what's the problem. And I told her what the problem was, and dude just immediately, came to a damsel in distress's rescue. And we out here in the damn tsunami today trying to fix a car. Me holding a damn umbrella, not knowing nothing with a screwdriver, but yeah. So, and I really appreciate dude, getting up off that couch coming to help.
You didn't give him no coochie, did you?
No, we've never been on that level.
Okay, as long as you stay safe, that's all I'm really concerned about because, I'm one of the Lord's servants. And I
Lord Jesus
made
help.
sure that my sister in Christ, hallelujah, Shonda Boboski, is solidified with her soul. I just want to make sure that you wasn't tramping out for the day. All right, because
No.
the other day I called you on the phone. You was semi-tramping
I
on
wasn't either. I was watching. I mean looking.
you was semi-tramping.
I was looking. They
No,
was outside naked. I'm a look shit.
no, you was semi-tramping. Your tramp card that came out just a pinch. And I
No, I
listen.
don't have no tramp card.
I respect.
I ain't never been in that. I ain't never been in that
I
category.
respect it. I respect it. But she popped outside, with her new hairdo and shit. And she started flinging
Whatever.
that shit. She's out there flinging that shit like this. She was just, uh, uh. And I said, what the fuck you doing? She said, oh, I'm just looking at the nigga across the street just helping move the whatever fuck he's moving. And then her brother came outside, and that nigga is hilarious. That, I was like, what
My
the
mother dropped you.
I said, what the fuck is going on? Who the fuck told me to get into this conversation today? But no, it was pretty cool though. Are you ready to get into tonight's foolishness and chicanery and possible? Because we don't argue. It's just me and you, so we just have a conversation. We go back and forth on now. On Tuesday, I'm gonna cuss your ass out. Now we're gonna. It's
No,
gonna.
no, we can argue. You know that.
No, I'm not in.
It depends on what you get the jaw jacking about.
I ain't, I gotta see what we gotta see what clips we play today. And tonight, I'm gonna let everybody know. I went through all 746 clips that Queenie posted. There are no clips in the group right now, so that means next week I only want to see 10 fucking clips. I don't want to have to go through 745 motherfucking clips. Amen, somebody. I felt that in my Shondo. Did you feel it in your Shondo? Did it
No,
touch you?
I
I
work for my pay.
Yeah, I'm just trying to tell you, nigga. This nigga, when it comes down to posting, I've never met a nigga that can match me with posting, but this motherfucker does it. All right. Oh man, let's go ahead and get into it. Earlier this week,
Are you gonna put the number up for people to call in?
no, because you ain't got. Did you call the hotline so I can have the other line open?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. All right. Now, if you want to call in, I'll go ahead and hook it up. If you got the other line open, I got you. So if you got it, use the private chat and let me know. Then I'll call in. You want me to call in now? You want me to do it now? Is that what you want me to do?
I mean, somebody might want to call and talk to us.
All right. Okay. You might. I think you might be trying to set me the fuck up tonight.
No, I ain't setting you up. I'm just asking.
Yeah, you might be trying to set me the fuck up. Let me go ahead and get this hotline jumping. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play this first clip while I'm pulling up the hotline and getting everything together. That sound like a plan. And while
What's
we watch this clip, y'all, I want y'all to really pay attention, and I want y'all to really, I want you to, if you got an opinion about the clip that we're about to watch, please share it. And if you would like to call into the show, the phone line will be open in just a minute. Let me make sure I got the line down before we bring it in. But yeah, so let's get ready to go. Here's tonight's first clip, everybody.
What men don't want is another bill. What I don't want another bill. I don't want someone new coming in my life talking about they need this, that, and that. I don't give a fuck how much money I got. If you goddamn asking for a nigga for rent, if you asking a nigga to pay a bill that you can't pay, that means you irresponsible. Why the fuck do you even got these bills anyway? Why you got these bills, baby? You need to be living at home with your parents. Don't try to go meet a man and put that burden on him. I already got enough shit going on in my life. I don't want to add another bill. A bill that I ain't asked for, the bill that I ain't step up to take, a bill that you're asking for. A man is supposed to see what you need and just do. If a man ain't paying attention and seeing what you need, seeing what you need help with, then he ain't the one for you. You ain't gotta ask. Women ain't gotta ask for shit. Don't ask me for nothing, cause I'm gonna pay attention. I'm paying attention to detail. I'm paying attention to you, to how you move, your emotions, what you need. You ain't gotta tell me shit. I don't want you to ask me for nothing, Nathaniel. Don't ask. I'ma do. That's if you stay down long enough. I ain't just doing for anybody. I'm not just doing just cause, oh, I just met you motherfucking last week, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. No, maybe a month. But we gotta have like a relationship, a rapport, a connection, a vibe. The fuck, we ain't just doing that shit for anybody, because you just gonna use us and go to the next man. Come on now. You gonna use us and go to the next nigga and get what you can out of him and go to the next nigga. Come on, bro. That's a bum.
Okay, let's talk about it. Since tonight I'm running all your clips, you've got to lead the format. So, what do you think about this particular conversation that you have brought forth to the King's Court tonight? Come on, talk to me.
No, I mean you have to. I agree. Now, yes, we all have bills because we, got life. But for somebody to jump off the porch and say, "I need you to pay my light bill, gas bill, water bill, mortgage, rent, car payment, all these things," it's like, damn, what are you what are you doing for yourself? What was you doing before I got here? Like, what was you doing before I got here? And like he said, I mean, even for a woman, we don't want to pick up somebody else's bill. We have enough.
Me personally, I can respect the clip that you put out. I definitely can. Um, Reason being that it's true. You know, I think a lot of people are under the impression that whatever baggage that you bring to the table, that's automatically supposed to be accepted by the opposite person. That's not true. That whether it be your kids, whether it be your lifestyle, whether it be the fact that you drink, whether it be the fact that you're a churchgoer, whether it be the fact that you work too much. These are all things that have to be figured out, worked out, and but what I agreed on, but I disagreed a little bit is I think sometimes, and it depends on the connection with said people, right? Some people don't have to go through that long, drawn out rigmarole. Mute your line over there. They don't have to go through that long, drawn out conversation of what are we doing. I think sometimes, and it's very rare that sometimes when some people hook up, you got two people that know exactly what they want out of life. They find someone of like mindedness, if that makes sense, and it's not a hard decision for them, especially if they have not been people that have opened themselves up to several people, and it's hard to get a balance on reality, what is real to you. Have you been damaged from relationships? I think it comes from the level of each individual person. um, what do you think about that? Like, do you think that Do you think that it's impossible for a woman to meet a man that has his head, like when he sees her, he's like, oh man, she's different. I like her. Um, I'm willing to put down other games that I might have been doing on the other side because I like her right off bat. He knows, right? He knows that he likes her. I think that a woman can also look at that man and come up with in her own determination that yeah, this is a serious conversation, a serious man, and I'm attracted to him as well. And they can work together in sync very easily.
Yeah,
Other people, it
yeah.
takes some time for motherfuckers to determine where they at, what they doing, how they doing it. If they, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, if you come at it depends on the type of relationship that you want, that you're going for.
Cut your volume all the way down on your phone, like it's echoing through the phone. Make sure your line is muted.
I thought it was.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, it's still echoing through.
Let me see.
What the fuck? Hit the mute button one more time. All right, well, we're killing the phone line tonight, though. We're not worrying about that tonight. All right, come on, talk to me. Continue to talk to me.
Okay. No, what I'm saying is, if a person is when you start off this relationship with this person, whatever level you want to be on, and you're being honest with each other, you already know. You should. I would say should. I'm gonna say should. You should know if you want some bullshit or not. Because if I see, okay, I meet you, I see you, and this is hypothetically, I see you in the club and you popping bottles and you know, got a pocket full of money, and my first instinct will be, if this is the type of female, I want to get the bag. Nothing serious. Now, if I meet you at the grocery store and it's a whole nother thing, I'm seeing you getting your groceries and I'm looking at, oh, he's a health conscious person, and I'm a health conscious person myself. So I'm saying you taking your health and your life serious. So it's a different level.
I,
It's a
I, I disagree. You want to know why?
why you say that?
Let's just say you got a man that works very hard and he decides it's his birthday. It's he just hit he just nailed down a really good business deal for him. So he wants to go out and have a good time. So when she
Hmm.
meets this man is kicking it and he got a little money. So him buying stuff and his table looking a little different than the other people that's over in the other VIP section is a little bit different. So again,
But
it
see,
does.
she at that point she's looking at that material thing that you have, and that's what she's going for. Now, once she gets to getting into who you are and discover, oh, he's not really this type of person or that type of person that has that money like it, then that's when the bullshit comes in. If you understand what I'm saying, because she's going after one thing.
False
She's not,
pretense.
huh?
False pretenses.
Yeah, that was her expectation. I'm going after that. And then when she discovered, oh, that's not what it's about, oh, she might be on to the next bag, so to speak, looking for something else. And people fool themselves all the time like that. I could go buy a $10,000 outfit and ain't got two nickels to rub together. You see it all the time.
That doesn't make sense. Oh Lord, who the hell is this popping in? I'm gonna see if he gets his background and everything together before he pops up on the screen. It looks like we got the nigga then popped up in here tonight. I'm gonna see if the nigga get his shit together right quick.
He probably flipped upside down on
I'm
him.
gonna see if he get it right. I'm gonna see if he get it right. I'm gonna see if he look like he look like he trying to over there. Yeah, it looked like a nigga having a. I don't know what he doing. I'm not gonna even say that on live. We having a real good conversation. I won't say some bullshit. All right, but
Yeah,
I
because
think it does.
keep it
Charlie, do you
PG.
have your screen picture? Type it in the comments right quick if you can. Um, I think it's just a different mindset. I think, well, for one, you're looking at the mindset of when you meet somebody where you are personally, individually. Because if you can meet someone in that same situation, and what if you got a little money and you understand this man's out enjoying himself and you're attracted to him? You know what I'm saying? It's not impossible for those two people to meet, connect, and to build a relationship. Just because it's not under normal circumstances doesn't mean that it can't happen. I see we got this dude up in here. What's going on, Charlie?
Hey,
I just wanted to
Charlie.
pop in on y'all's. Hey, boo.
Not boo.
I just wanted to pop in on y'all having an interesting conversation. I was
What
trying
do
to
you
see
think
what
about
was
that?
going on. I'm trying to get this little ugly. Hey, man, you just got to roll with the punches, man. You know, what I mean? Yeah, y'all, people make it too difficult these days for the relationships, man. You just got to roll, man. Have it turn out, man. You can't be doing all that extra shit, man. The Emma came in on the ass end, so you keep it going.
Well, what we were
I'm gonna keep listening
discussing
to what y'all
was it
saying.
was a clip and a brother was giving some really good advice, but it was a portion of the conversation where he said something along the lines of how long does it take to actually develop feelings for someone, right? And I de- I somewhat debated how quick you can meet someone and be interested in them.
Okay, what just happened?
I don't know. You just moved your titties out the way and everything just went crazy. Um,
I think it's very rain on me.
yeah, all right. Keep your breasts together and you all right. Um,
Shut
but
up.
I think that it really depends on the level of the person that's involved and what their expectations are in that initial meeting. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause if I just meet you and I'm out kicking it, then guess what? You might want to sort of sit back and figure out who I am, figure out if we are compatible, right? But if I meet you and it just clicks authentically, organically, I don't think that you can challenge anyone that says, "Yo, I think I found the one immediately. I woke up this morning thinking about this person." Not being obsessed or someone like a stalker, nothing like that. But you can meet someone that can change your life instantly. Have you? I mean, think about it. In regular situations, you can meet people out of what is Charlie doing? What is sit down, dog? Jesus Christ!
I'm
Be
trying
right.
to. I'm trying to get.
Confusing the shit out of me.
Don't hate on me, man.
Confusing.
No, man. I'm trying to get the
I'm
shit together, man.
trying to tell you visually, it throws us off when you do too much moving, bro. It's sort of
Michael, maintenance has not fixed the
here we
back
go.
Like,
lights.
What the hell?
He's at work.
Oh, Jesus Christ! All right, Charlie, I love you dearly, brother, but I need to have it a little bit more chill
Hit your mute button.
yeah, you have to hit your mute button when you're not talking. Whatever.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
we
if
hear
you
him.
okay.
Yeah, we good. Let's
know that.
work. We hear stuff in the background. I love you, Charlie. But you please type in the comment section because that's a little too excessive for right now, brother. Yeah, I'm ready to move on to the next topic now because that threw me way off. That threw me way off. All right, let's go ahead and get this next one up. This one, another one. First of all, that was a good clip, Queen. I got to give you your props on that. That came from Queen. Women in Bills. Women in Bills. That's what that one was called. Let's go ahead and jump into the next clip right quick.
Also hope that women can understand that there are men out here who stand on principle and protocol and have no desire to get whatever it is you trying to give that's of value to you. Like, I'm me regardless of whether you like me or not. I can care less who likes me. I know who love me, and that's all that matter. So I'm not being malicious in my sentiment. This is really who I am. And I feel like being honest is me giving you a choice to know what you're about to be dedicating your time to, because you can't get none of that back. Right. Time is the most valuable asset we have. So if I take your time away from you pretending to be a nigga that I'm not, then you gonna hate me for it. But you can respect me if I tell you the truth in the beginning. It might hurt you in the beginning. You might not like me, but down the line, once you get to running into them niggas that's full of shit, you're gonna look back and be like, well, I did know one motherfucker who kept it real with me,
Hey, what you think about that one, Queenie? Tell me why you sent me that one.
Because I agree. Because for me, if you give me the truth up front, then I get to make a choice versus that shock in the back. You know what I mean? Down the line, I get that shock. But if you tell me up front the truth, I deal with the truth better than I can a lie. That's just me. I can't speak for everybody, but if you upfront and telling me the truth upfront, I'm cool with that. Because then I can choose. Okay, is this the path I want to go down? Do I want to deal with this? Can I deal with this? Versus, oh no, I'm all starry eyed and stupid, thinking one thing, and then all of a sudden, bam, the fuck just happened.
I heard something completely different. I heard him saying like, I'm gonna be me regardless, and I'm gonna if somebody that I end up vibing with or not vibing with, it's all gonna be based off of me being me. I'm
You
not going.
see, but that's what I'm saying. Tell me who you are up front. Tell me who you are up front. Don't let me find this shit out down the line. You don't give me that representative. You understand what I'm saying? Don't give me this fake shit. Don't give me that. Tell me up front. This
Yeah,
is it.
me and you gonna be like that nigga cuss a lot. You gonna hear some shit about me real quick.
Well, okay, but that's who you are.
Yeah,
Now,
I know. That's what I'm saying.
and can I have
And
a
I can't,
choice? And at
I
that point,
can't.
I have a choice. Do I deal with this dude to do all this cussing, or do I say, "Oh, we can just be friends, or we can just be whatever"?
Yeah,
You see?
cause see, nothing worse is being around somebody and you trying to tone yourself down and you're not being yourself. That
Mm-mm.
that is got to be a very uncomfortable feeling.
Yeah, because you're not you. You're not authentic.
Like what I think of when I think of that situation, like when a nigga go to court, a nigga is not acting the way he acts every day, and it's an uncomfortable feeling. Well, I don't want to be in that uncomfortable feeling dealing with people that I so called should be in love with, or trying to even find out if love can get there, or even just trying to have a casual sexual relationship with. At any given time, it should be real enough that that's what shows through. You know what I'm saying? I just think that's a little. I think people are a little weird nowadays. Charlie, what you think about that?
And people don't like honesty, man. For real. Women don't like that shit at all. But that's the best thing to do to keep it real with them. Keep it honest. Let person know who you are from the beginning, cause some of us, man, some of us hard to deal with. It hit them for a loop, it take them for a loop later on down the line, man. So I kind of agree with dude. I feel how you feel on both sides. I see what you're saying and what she's saying too. I agree with that. You gotta get a lady an option, man. Or the man, have it go, man. You gotta give him an option, man. Cause all that trying to be fake and phony and all that shit don't never work out anyway. So, yeah, man. I agree with my man on the clip, and I see
All right,
where
now
you coming from too.
let's check this one out.
Well, hold
Credit
on.
hit you on first.
Well, and the reason why I say that because I mean, like I
I'm
think
letting you know
this.
I got 75 clips from you tonight. You ain't gonna
Okay,
be
well,
holding on to
we
that.
not have to go through all 75.
Trying
We
to
don't
tell
have
you
to
now,
go
because
through all
we going through
75.
these motherfuckers. I had to download these motherfuckers, look at them, and find out which ones we was doing. So we rolling through these motherfuckers tonight.
But anyway, what I was trying to say was like with him, he's saying he's gonna be who he is. And what I mean by it's a freedom that you have as an individual. And when you get in a relationship, sometimes that freedom change, people want to take that freedom from you. And where's that coming from? But a person want to take that freedom from you. No, if you're the type of person, hey, I want to hang with my homies, I'm hanging out, doing whatever, and that's who you are, versus pretending that you're a homebody, and then all of a sudden you decide you want to start going out, you kill a lot of tension being authentic and straight up front. This is what I do. This is who I am. That's why I said, tell the person who you are up front. Don't.
I think he agreed with you. Charlie was agreeing
No,
with
I'm
you.
not saying Charlie wouldn't agree with me. I was just adding that too.
You just want to have the last word. Shut your ass up, nigga. Here go the next clip.
See how you
Like,
play?
what's up with your mental? I'm at the point. I'm so happy at peace with myself. Like, I'm not finna stick digging no female that mental gone. Like, you slow. Like, it's a lot of bad women out here that look good and they slow. They not loyal. They don't got no morals, no nothing. I'm not finna do that. And people got bad souls out here. I'm not doing that. I'm not with that arguing shit. I don't like arguing. I don't like fighting. I don't do none of that. I'm gonna walk off. So if I be like me and you talking, but you like to fight though. You know what I'm saying? You like to fight. You like to argue. I'm dumping you.
I'm
Oh,
going to find him.
why? So you can argue with him?
I'm not arguing with you. Mm-mm.
No, that one right there, I felt that shit 100%. Like there was nothing that nigga said that I did not feel. Like I'm at that point in life where I don't want to be with nobody that I can't love and don't love me, and we can't enjoy life together. I don't want to be in no more relationships where it feels like it's a fucking job where I'm clocking the fuck in after clocking out of work. You know what I'm saying? Like they used to say that back in the day. Like, man, you could men get married and they have that moment before they go in the house where they just sit there or they go somewhere because they don't want to go home. I don't want that shit, man. I want to be excited about going home to whoever the fuck is at the house with me. It doesn't make sense to me to do that. I'm just gonna say it that way because I think the reason I'm saying that is because I've spent time with people that I should have just left a long fucking time ago. I put too much energy into relationships where I should have just left them dead a long time ago. I recognized that respect wasn't there and I still stayed there. I recognized that, we was arguing all the fucking time and I still stayed there. You know, ain't nothing worse. And I'm telling you, I remember this. I remember this feeling. I remember being mad at a motherfucker all night long because they was out all night, right? And I remember sitting up damn near in the front room, like in the window, just like waiting on their ass to come home. And when they pulled the fuck up, I went and laid in the bed like I was asleep, right? When they came to the bedroom, I had this fucked up attitude. I don't want to be there no more. I don't want to be sitting up frustrated because you're not home, and then when you come home, I'm frustrated all over again, and I'm not even saying nothing now. And if we do say something, it's going to turn bad because the frustration level is so high. I don't want to be frustrated with anybody that I'm in love with no more. Like I'm just to that point. I don't want to go through frustration, arguments. Like I do understand that it will be damn near impossible to meet someone where we won't have disagreements, right? But I don't want to meet nobody that is supposed to be the only person I lay with, the only person I'm supposed to have sex with, the only they ain't expecting me to do shit, and I ain't expecting them to do shit, and it ain't right outside of the fucking.
My question to you: why did you get upset because the person was out later than normal
Oh, nigga. Oh, well,
or late?
well. That I don't even want to go into that because it covers a lot of stuff, and that person may or may not be watching the show.
Well, see, and the reason I asked that because, like I said, if that person was known to be a party person and they went out to party versus when they got with you
Do
was
you have okay? Let me put it this way:
somewhat a
if
homebody.
you have kids, are you supposed to be out partying every weekend?
If you can find a babysitter, that's on you though,
Okay, well, what if the
but
what if,
not for me.
okay, what if there is no babysitter or the babysitter is me?
Did you agree to it?
No, that's what the fuck I'm
Oh,
saying.
Well, if you didn't agree to it,
That's
then
what I'm
that's the
saying. I don't
problem.
want to go into this into too much into my situation
No,
because
I'm just. I
I'm just
mean,
letting you know.
it, it,
I'm nipping it in the bud right now. I'm not
you
gonna
see,
go
if
down that too
I'm
far.
with a guy and I say, "Hey, going out with the girls, can you watch? Can you
We
watch
ain't talking
Junior?"
about once, but we're talking about like a weekly thing.
That person was like that anyway, whether it was with you or
I
anybody else.
understand. I understand that, and I keep telling you, I'm not trying to go down that line because that person may be watching this show
No,
right.
I'm not. I'm not even necessarily talking about that particular person. But what I'm saying is that's who that person was, and at the point of being in a relationship, apparently it wasn't upfront that this is what I do. I go out every day. I do whatever I do.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
I disagree because there were conversations about it.
Well,
Yep.
then you couldn't change that.
I know that. I didn't say it. I'm not talking about whether I could change it. See, now you're going deeper
No,
into the
no. What I'm
conversation.
saying is you couldn't change it. It doesn't matter whether it's this person or whoever. You couldn't change that. What it was, that wasn't for you.
Uh,
That type of relationship wasn't for you. So that's what made it so frustrating for you. Because if I'm with a guy and he's out every weekend, every whatever, and when we first started, it wasn't like that. So now I'm used to the beginning, what happened at the beginning. Then all of a sudden, it's here go all this. You constantly gone out. Now it's a problem. But if I knew this from the beginning, you
Okay.
okay?
Cause see, like you go to like I'm hearing you talk about the situation, but it's like you don't know the situation. So now I have to discuss.
No, you don't have to talk
No,
about that
no, because
situation.
I feel like I got to now because the situation that you just described is not the situation. Okay, I met the person and originally they hung out, they kicked it, right?
Hmm.
I actually used to invite them out to kick it, with me and my people, right? But once we got together, this was the key factor. What I do on a Sunday doesn't allow me to have the Saturday that everybody else has. Does that make sense? I
Hmm.
gotta be up early as fuck on Sunday morning. You understand what I'm saying? So, like, I'm at the point now. I've trained myself that on a Friday night, I can kick it hard as fuck. Saturday, I'm a little chill because I gotta be up at the crack of dawn on Sunday, and the people that have to see me can't see me looking like I just got through waking up from going to bed at 4 o'clock in the morning. You understand what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I would be able to kick it on Friday. Saturday was a little bit, and on Sunday, I didn't give a fuck. I would be up all night again. But that's how my life was 100% when they met me, right? So when we had the conversation, it was okay initially, like, okay, I hear what you're saying. But what ended up happening was instead of people coming to our house to kick it on the weekends, because that's what they initially did. Our house was the hangout place, right? Instead of it being at our place at that time, it went from okay, now we just gonna go out. That did not stop the problem. Also, there were two children involved. One was extremely young, one was just in high school. You understand what I'm saying? So these are, in my opinion, these are two young men that in the area that we stayed in needed a little bit more supervision. And over time, there were situations that my that what I was speaking about actually came to pass, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? We had legal situations with the shorty. You know what I mean? Went to jail. Some shit that maybe, and I don't know, maybe if the unit would have been a little tighter inside of the household, because my this was my thing. If I know that on the weekends you out kicking it every weekend, the kids know it too.
Well, that's a whole different dynamic. For one, for one, you really had no control over the kids, especially if at a certain age. Because one, they gonna look at you. You ain't my daddy. You can't tell me what to do.
I went
Uh,
through.
Two, she didn't stop what she was doing as far as partying. She okay, well, nigga, you can't go. That ain't my problem. I'm out, and that's what she did. However, she also did that. Oh, I got a live-in babysitter, huh, which was you. So now you got to figure out how to deal with her
Well, no,
kids.
that necessarily wasn't true all the time too,
But I'm just
because
saying, from what you just said, that's what it sounds like. You at the
yeah,
house, the
yeah,
kids
I
live with
mean,
you, and she gone.
to a certain degree, there was some truth to that.
Yeah,
But
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 like I
once
said,
we
you
hit,
didn't have the control over the children because they didn't see you in that role.
one did and the other did, and
Well, but
that was a.
again, it's
I'm
that
no, I'm
control
trying to
thing.
give the full dynamic of my situation. So
Yeah, I get it. I get
when
what
we
you're
having
saying.
the conversation about my situation, I want to be very clear and not have not be off the mark with what we're talking about, but I want to be very
No,
on
well,
the mark.
the mark is this. She continued being who she was, and you didn't like that because you had a set thing. This day, and
Yeah, I
this
was
day
looking
we're
for
gonna
that
chill.
family unit. I was
But
looking for that
but
family.
but the problem with that was you were doing it within your home. Then when you kind of cracked down and probably said, "Hey, we can't do Saturdays." Well, when Saturday rolled around and her people was ready to party, she was out. Even though she partied at home, but she's like, "I'm not going to stop partying." So she continued to party, but this time the party was outside the house versus in the house, and that was a problem for you
Oh yeah,
because she didn't slow down, and so that's where that you two started bumping heads.
yeah. I can definitely say that. I can definitely say
Yeah, that's what it was. She basically she's like, no, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna continue to party. You knew that about her, and you wanted that to change, but it didn't. It didn't, and that wasn't like I said. That wasn't the person for you. She
What do
wasn't
you
ready
think
for
about
that.
that?
She wasn't ready for that unit that you wanted to build.
What you think about that, Charlie?
I gotta agree with the queen, yo. I gotta go for one time on this show. I gotta agree with her, bro. It
But
sound
it's
like
today's day.
hey, it sound like you lost control of the situation and you ain't like that shit. Cause she showed you from the beginning who the fuck she was, bro. It was cool at first. You thought you was gonna be able to control that situation to change her and make her go by your rules. And once it didn't work that way, and you start feeling a certain type of way, I've been there. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm
see,
thinking she
I
going.
hear I hear what y'all saying, but what the difference is for me, right?
Mm,
We had a conversation about it, and to my understanding, this is where I hear what y'all saying, but this is where the disconnect came for me. We had a conversation about it, and that's where the disconnect happened because things did not change according to the conversation that we had because it was, I think, to a certain degree she understood what I was saying. I feel like okay, it was a lot of things that factored into that to that whole her family dynamic. Listen what I'm saying.
Let me tell you what happened.
Whoa, let me finish. I'm talking. When I met her, she had just lost her mother. So her family was real tight at this particular time because they all took it a little hard. Like I never had a problem. Let me make this very clear. My issue with her was not that I felt like she was cheating out in the streets. I didn't feel like she was doing all that. My issue was we're trying to build a family, right? And from the conversation of saying, "Hey, like, do you agree or do you disagree? If you have an issue in a relationship, that the conversation needs to be had, right? We agree with that, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Now, there are two things that happens once the conversation is had. Either things turn in a different way or they for the better or they turn for the worse, right? In my opinion, it was like we had that conversation. There was a fork in the road, but she could not pull away from her connection with her sisters in the family at that particular time.
Why
And
should she have to?
I didn't say she had to. It was our thing was the weekends. My thing was the kids in the house. You understand what I'm saying? Like I grew up in a household where my mother was not there. So I understood at an early age the normalcy of a family structure, right? Not to say she didn't have a family structure. She I feel like she at the time did not have a family structure as it related to a man. She was very family oriented when it came to her family, the ones that she grew up with. But in the process of building a new family, that's where the divide came in because she could not separate the two worlds.
She didn't make you a priority.
That could be said in that to a certain degree. Like so that's where, like I said, that's when it became frustrating to me. Because like the first time she went out after we had the conversation, I understood it. I understood the fact that I had the conversation about partying in the house. I got to get up early in the morning because that was one of my things. I can't if I got to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning. I can't party all night long, and the people around me, I can't sleep if everybody else is partying, right? So it the party just never stopped, but it just changed locations.
Well, but if that was the norm going into this, every Saturday before you started doing whatever you were doing on Sunday, this was what we did. She continued that trajectory. She
Yeah,
didn't change it.
yeah.
But as far as building on the family, and you talking about a conversation, okay, a conversation can be had, but it can't be one sided. It can't be all about what you want. You can tell me what you want. You can do that. But I can also tell you what I want. Now we got to meet in the middle. We got to compromise. Okay, well, you don't want me partying every Saturday. Well, I'm going to tell you, 2 Saturdays out the month, I'm gone.
I agree with that totally. I
So,
agree, listen, I agree with that totally. But from what my understanding of the conversation is, I get what you're saying. We going
but that doesn't mean just because I get what you're saying doesn't mean I'm going to change what I'm doing.
I understand, but again, in that situation, the understanding was that things
Mm-mm.
were going to change. The only thing that changed though was the location of the party. You understand what I'm saying?
Well,
So
like I said, that but because that was the norm. Every Saturday was at the house with y'all. Now you done put everybody out. You hey, look, y'all gotta go. The party can't be here. Okay, well, we just gonna move the party over here. We going to Lisa house. So now everybody at Lisa house. And you at home mad because she gone over Lisa house. But she still want to party.
I
That
get
never
it.
changed.
I'm not
That didn't
disagreeing with that
change.
at all. I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
No, but like I said, that conversation, it, to me it sounded like it was a one-sided conversation. It was what you wanted, not what she wanted, and she did what she wanted, which caused a problem.
Well,
That's a
then
fact. I gotta agree with her.
in
I
that
gotta agree with her.
situation, that's two one-sided conversations. Then
You
you
said what?
understand what I'm saying? And in that situation, the way that you just described it is two one-sided conversations that never meet in the middle. If we talk about it and you say I'm gonna do this over here anyway, you're making your decision that all right, I heard you, but I'm still doing what I want to do, right?
No, what she said to you was, "You met me like this."
No, that's not what she said
No,
to me.
no, no. Listen. In essence, when you met her, you knew she was a party person. She partied. You partied with her. So basically, what she said to you was, "Okay, I understand what you're saying, but in the same difference, this is who I am. I'm not going to change that."
No, that's not that's why I'm disagreeing with you. That's not what was said. You
No,
understand
her
what I'm saying?
action said that.
Like,
Her
yeah,
action
no,
said
I
it.
agree with the action saying it, but you have to go back to okay. If I talk to you about something right now, right?
Hmm.
If I say, listen, we're no longer using the word bitch on the show, right? And you say, I got you. And we start to show up and you just start bitching. It's not that we didn't have the conversation, it's that you're doing what you want to do.
And what's wrong with me doing what I want to do?
Well, listen, you shouldn't have agreed. First off, you shouldn't have agreed to it before we went on the air. If you felt like I'm gonna keep cussing, then when we have the conversation of we need to change how the show goes on, that's when you need to voice your opinion about what you feel. I'm not saying that your opinion is wrong, but it's wrong if you say okay, and then when we get on the air, you just start going, man, bitch, these bitches is out here, bitch, 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 and it goes wild because then I'm gonna look at you like, yo, didn't we just have a conversation? Didn't we just talk about this? Why why am I feeling that I'm on the air now and I can't really just jump into what I want to say because now I'm feeling some type of way because what we discussed is not happening the way that we discussed it. It's a difference if you say, "No, I hear you, but I still want to cuss," and we have that conversation. Then I say, "Well, let's table that," and then we go on the air and you still cussing. Guess what? We have not come to an agreement yet.
No, we did come to agreement because at that point I told you I'm going to cuss.
No. We didn't, no. We didn't come to an agreement. We tabled it.
No, when you did you hear what you said? If I said you say, we're not gonna use the word bitch, I'm telling you, no, I'm still gonna cuss. So that's telling you out the gate right there. I'm still going to cuss.
I get that. I
And that
get.
word bitch is going to be in there,
I
something else,
get.
and something else.
I
So that
get
I'm
that.
telling you right there, I'm not finna change who I am because you don't want to do it.
I get that. But
No.
again, if you agree, see, this is what you're missing. If you agree before the show, and then you go on the show and start cussing, you have the one that have backed out of your word.
I didn't say
Wait a
nothing.
minute,
I didn't say nothing
At
about
that,
the
wait a minute,
agreement.
At that time, you can't sit there and say it's on me. No, it's on you because you agreed. If you agreed, I'm not talking. You keep saying, but no. If I said no, I said, but if you agree,
Yeah.
and then we go on the air, and then it's something else. Then I'm looking at you funny.
And then you have the right to say, call me on my bullshit at that point.
Exactly. So
But
that's
see,
what
that's another conversation.
I'm saying about the relationship. If we have the conversation and you and there is some agreement there, and then the agreement is broken, from my perspective, I ain't did shit wrong because we talked about it. Now, if I was harboring my emotions and I was treating you different, and it was because of the way that I felt about it, then I would be completely wrong. If I had the conversation,
Okay,
and,
then let me take
and
you.
wait a minute, if I had the conversation and there was some agreement to what we were going to do, then there has to be accountability for the agreement that the other person has agreed to. Now, if you say I ain't with that shit, fuck that, I'm gonna cuss anyway, and I'm gonna do whatever then guess what? That's why I said we in limbo then, because if the show got to start, and you know how I am, it's showtime. We're gonna do this. We'll talk about it later. Then the conversation is being tabled, in my opinion, because then by next week I might just say, well, listen, if you can't agree not to cuss, I think that we need to part ways with the show, because then we got to, because we both standing on what the fuck we believe. You're
Yeah,
not being
now,
blindsided one day and I hit your ass up and you come on the show and I've changed the link and you can't get up in this motherfucker. Now you looking at me like, what the fuck is that?
I'm gonna call the show and cuss you out
Now
again.
you feel what I'm saying? So
But hold on, let me back you up on something
okay.
because you said the person was you was waiting on the person to come home and you was mad looking out the window. You see them pull up and then you went and jumped in the bed with an attitude.
Yeah,
Okay,
this was later on in the relationship now.
hold on, it's still there.
Yeah, I'm okay.
And now the conversation was had or whatever. So why are you that mad without saying how you feel?
Oh no, because I hadn't said it before. Like at that particular time, I was just mad and I didn't want to fucking say shit because I knew it would blow up. Sometimes having an argument is not always a wise thing to do.
No, it's not always have. Put it like
So,
this:
listen what I'm
at some
saying.
point,
If,
you got to
if
get to
you
you
know
got
I
to
don't
get to
like,
the level of being able to have a conversation with a person without arguing, because you're never going to come to a common compromise or a common ground, yelling and dictating what you want and not hearing what that other person wants.
okay,
Because if you've been going through this thing, if you've been going through that for all that time, to where you now upset, angry, frustrated, okay, you just going through the motions.
I agree.
You wasting time and energy
I
because
agree.
that person ain't gonna
Listen,
change whatever
I'm not
conversation y'all had.
disagreeing with you. I'm not
No, no,
disagreeing.
no. I'm not saying you're disagreeing, but what I'm saying is people do this all the time. It- we need to have a conversation about whatever's going on wrong with us. And okay, you hear me, I hear you. Nothing changes. We come back to that table. Hey, baby, this ain't nothing shaking. You're not doing whatever. I'm not doing whatever. Now we two unhappy ass people in a relationship, which makes no sense to me.
I
Because
get
like you said, when you get to the driveway, you sit there, oh damn, I gotta go in here and put up with her. What's she gonna do? Or I get to the driveway, here he gonna be bitching about this. That is some. I don't understand that. How do people hold on to that negative energy like that? I've done
Okay,
it,
okay.
but
Now
I
listen.
can't no
But
more. I'm
see,
at
now you
peace.
just okay, you just proved your point. You said because I've done it. Most people have.
Yeah, but I don't. I'm not going to
You
do it
don't see it
again.
at this point in your life.
I'm not. It's been a
Listen
long
to what I
time
just
since
said.
I'm not
Listen, we
doing
just
that.
talked about this on Tuesday, right? At
Hmm.
this point in your life, you don't see that. But when you spent that 8 years with that nigga in jail, you
I
saw
didn't
that.
see it then either
But
because I
no,
had on blinders. Remember?
but that's what I'm saying. You dealt with it then because it was a different situation. Where you are now, you wouldn't be in that same situation at all, right?
Not even close.
So what I'm saying is, at that time, I had an issue with the situation, and that's how I dealt with it because that's the only way I knew how to deal with it at the time. I will make no excuses about how I dealt with um the miscommunication in the relationship
I
because there
mean,
was a lot of times where a nigga was mad, and I'm the type of nigga if I get mad, I'm not mad for 5 minutes. I'm not mad for a day if I'm mad.
ain't no sense in holding that type of anger. Is what I'm
I
telling
understand
you.
what you're saying. You talking about it
No,
now.
you agree, bro. You agree. Have your blood pressure up.
No, 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 no. You're not listening.
That's why you ain't got no hair.
Stop, stop,
Shit.
stop, stop, stop. Listen, we ain't talking. Let me shut up. I ain't gonna even say that to you right now. Listen, you have to keep in mind. Quit jumping into the conversation and acting like that's where I'm at now. I'm telling you where I was then.
No, I'm just saying. You talking about angry? You
Yeah,
was
I was
angry.
fucking angry. I was very angry. I was just listen, just like you were angry when the shit was going wrong with your shit.
I went angry when I found out.
You were angry at some point. Like, see, don't take away from the fact that you
No, no,
felt.
no, no, no.
Whoa,
If
whoa,
it was
don't
8 years, it was 8 years of some
don't act.
bullshit. I didn't tell you the whole story. Is what I'm
No,
telling
no,
you.
but listen to what I'm saying.
And
I
when
ain't
I
talking
found
about.
out,
I
I was
don't
about to
care
kill
about how long
somebody.
it was. I don't care about how long it was. But in that 8 years, you went through some shit where you were angry some days. You might have cried some days. You spent 8 years lonely because you ain't had because you was faithful to a nigga that was locked up. So you don't tell me that you didn't go through some shit during the process.
I
Wait a minute,
did.
let me finish. During the process of that. Now, where you are now, I can't hold you accountable for where you were then.
Well, I'm not holding you accountable. That's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's the way it comes off when you say what you say.
No, that's how you taking it.
I mean, that's true, but I'm no
That's how
listen.
you taking
But
it.
I'm
What
taking it.
I'm saying to you,
Listen,
what I'm
I
saying
understand what
is,
you're saying. I'm taking it. That I'm taking what I'm hearing, though. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying?
and and what you're doing is showing me that it's still a tender spot for you. But what I'm saying is, I don't understand why people, and I don't care whether it was then or now, I don't understand why we get upset with people for being who they are. If they show you who they are,
I can tell you why.
I can't change how
I can tell you
you
why.
do things.
I can tell you why. Because the time that most people are upset is because they are not who they supposed to be yet.
Can you determine who somebody's supposed to
No,
be?
no, 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 no. I'm talking about like myself. At that particular time, I went through a lot of things because I was where I was at in life. Where I'm at
Okay.
right now, I don't go through the things that I went through 12 years ago, 15 years ago.
If you learned a lesson, you shouldn't. But what
I agree. That's what I'm saying. So
my
at
thing is this: the person you get involved with, you don't know what journey they're on. You don't know where they are in their
I
life,
agree.
so you can't expect them. Like we had this conversation before. You're on this level, and they might be down here. If you recognize that they down here and they not on your level, then maybe you don't need to be with that person because you're trying to drag them up to where you are. And
Okay.
it's gonna take you forever to get them there. But you're
Okay.
gonna be you're gonna be
This
mad, frustrated, and upset trying to get them there.
this is the problem with this is the problem with this. I can give you the solution to the scenario that you just started, right? You just got through talking earlier about the representative that people present when they meet somebody, right?
Hmm.
So it happens all the time that when you meet somebody, you you sort of formulate your feelings for the representative. By the time you recognize who the real person is, you've already fallen. You've already got so now you're not making decisions that you would make under your regular mindset.
See, that's why I said, tell me out the gate who the fuck you are, because
I
I
know.
don't want to be shocked down the line. Because that shock down the line is where you come in with that frustration, upset, all of that. No, tell me up
Why do
front.
you feel that way though? Listen, what I'm about to ask. This what I'm about to ask you. Do you feel that way because you've met so many people in the past that were just like that?
Um, I ain't gonna say so many people, but the ones that I have met like that, and that shock, I've always been to the point. Tell me who you are. What's up with you? I was always like that. I want to know the real you, because I put it like this: when you meet those representatives, sometimes they make you change who you are. I've lost myself before trying to fit into this person's
That's my
image,
point. That's my
into this
point.
person's world. Trying to fit into that, and I wasn't comfortable. And I was like, I can't pretend to be this person that I'm not. So
That,
either you're gonna accept me for who I am, or you can get the hell on.
see,
So,
this is the
and
thing.
that's just either you're gonna deal with me, 100% me, or
Check it out.
go on.
Check it out. I believe most people walk around with a representative that they didn't that most of them don't even recognize is the representative because the representative has become a part of who they are. You ask me what I mean.
Go ahead.
Some
What you
people
mean?
date everybody the same way.
Some people do what?
Date people the same way.
You can't.
No, but I'm saying no. I ain't talking about what you should do. I'm talking about what most people do. Most people have a tendency to do whatever they believe was successful in the last relationship, right?
Yeah, they
Whether it
try.
be whether it be sexual, like some women are under the belief that every man just wants to fuck like a rabbit and have that hot ass moment, right? But they don't understand it just because that last nigga that you like to fuck, like just like dog your ass, this other man, he likes the love making aspect. Not to say he won't get a little grimy with you, but he's more drawn towards the. Have you ever met somebody and either one of y'all didn't kiss, and you was like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, have you ever someone ever kissed you and you was like, "What kind of kiss was that? That was just this felt crazy. Just don't feel right."
Somebody that didn't know how to kiss,
That's
but
what I mean.
didn't know how to kiss.
That's what I mean. So guess what? That nigga probably walked around thinking that he could kiss because the last woman he kissed, that shit worked for her.
Oh, see, no, you ain't gonna do that to me. If you plan on kissing me, and you come up with some whoa, no, I'm gonna show you how I like to be kissed. I'm gonna show you how to deal with me. See,
Mm.
a lot of people don't do that. They allow you to do whatever the hell you did with the last person. No, baby, I'm not her. No, absolutely not. I'm not her. That's why I told you a long time ago. Men make the mistake of thinking I'm gonna kick in this door and do this way, and thinking he doing something. No, you're not. I might not like it that way.
Exactly. Yes.
So that's why I'm gonna tell you what I want and how I want it. And if I have to show you, yeah, this is it. This is how you deal with me. But people don't.
What
I
you over
don't.
there thinking, Charlie? You quiet.
Man, everybody, man, y'all making it too hard, man. Everybody, man, got amount of control they want to have in a relationship. You're not doing what I want you to do, I'm gonna have a problem with it. If she don't want you, if you're not doing what she wants you to do, you're gonna have a problem with it, man. Like you say, you got to compromise. You got to knock that shit in the middle. If they not willing to compromise, man, you got to move around, bro. It's all about control, bro. It sounds like, bro, she wasn't doing what the fuck you wanted her to do, bro, and you had a problem with it. And that's what it sounds like to me, bro. If it's not that way,
Oh
then
yeah, I
that
would
ain't what,
definitely
that's
say,
what it sounds like,
I would
bro.
definitely say that. I would definitely say that because the issue was what I felt was best for the, and this is the crazy thing, what I felt was best for the household, not just me and her, for the
You sure
kids.
about that, bro? You sure about that, bro?
I'm
It wasn't really just
I'm,
about you, bro.
I'm definitely
Cover and
sure about
cover.
that, bro. I'm definitely sure about that, bro. I'm listen, I'm definitely sure about that. There are so there are so many things that I could say right now that I won't say because it will open up too many things. And like I said, if this person is watching, I don't want them to feel no type of way, right? But there were so many things that I could say to in my mind. Now, how anybody else may look at this, but I'm looking at it from my perspective. I love the entire family. However, I didn't agree the way that they moved in every situation.
Right, that's what I
I
was
have
saying.
that.
It didn't go the way you wanted it to go, bro. So it was over with.
Nigga, it wasn't over with, nigga. We no, okay. I'm about to get ready to change this conversation because I'm trying to tell you, bro. I, this is over. This is a long conversation because this covers a wide period of my life. This doesn't cover um a quick hit and miss, and I didn't like it.
It's not about a hit and miss. You
I understand.
decided
I
to
understand. We're
stay
about to move on because
in
it's eight
a
o'clock. It's
situation
eight
that
o'clock. We're about
you
to move
weren't
to the
happy
next
with.
clip. So we're about to go ahead and bounce to this next clip. Here we go.
So I'm not going to be with a man that finds me masculine because he's too weak. Because a real man does not find me masculine. A real man thinks I'm actually cute.
real
and they
man.
make me feel and I actually sit down
You know,
with them and I'm quite
it's interesting.
feminine.
Anytime a woman prefaces a statement with a real man, it's always followed with him lowering his standards or dealing with some fuckery.
Nah.
For example, you're saying a real man would be able to tolerate me, etc. Let me tell you something. I'm being very candid with you. I'm multimillionaire. A lot of my friends are multimillionaires.
Yeah.
We don't fucking like women like you. No offense.
That's what
With
I
all
don't
due
like
respect.
men
Hold on,
like you.
stop. Let me finish. Because we don't want to go out and conquer the world and come back and deal with females like you. Because you guys are annoying. Masculine women don't attract masculine men. If I wore heels on fucking Saturday, you would never accept me. So why is it appropriate for you to be arguing and be masculine? Because you are a masculine woman. Trust me, you can't hide that shit. You are.
Fine. That's okay. I'm strong.
You are a masculine
I'm a
woman.
strong woman.
Fantastic, which means you're masculine.
Yeah.
That's fine. But masculine men want feminine women that don't argue with them, period.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay, Charlie, what you think about that?
That's a motherfucking fact, yo. I don't want to. I feel like I'm a. I don't want to come around my woman. She tough as hell. I don't want to do that, bro. Like, oh, I'm coming in here trying to tell you something. You steady arguing with me, telling me how shit supposed to go, and you trying to assert yourself. No, that's not how it works with me. Bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be attracted to that type of woman. I need me a soft-spoken woman. Even when she mad, she soft. You know what I mean? Like, dude, that I totally agree with my man right there. Because we got to deal with too much shit out in this world for me to be coming home, dealing with you, coming in, trying to be all tough. Just be a woman, yo. Be a woman, bitch. That's all I ask you to do. You know, women are born, are created to be soft. Like, we put them in a situation where they got to be tough. But if you in a situation with me, you don't have to be tough, G. Just be a woman. But women can't get out of that because they so used to this independent shit. You know, I gotta make control of this shit. This nigga don't know what he doing and all this old shit. And when they run into a nigga that got his motherfucking shit together, got his ditty bop together, this shit is a problem. You know what I'm saying? So, it's weird, man. It's that relationship shit. I'm glad I ain't in that shit. So
Queenie?
that shit's just weird, man.
I don't think it's a problem, and I'll agree with you with this because I'm a masculine person. However, I've come to the realization that when the masculine man is before me, then I can go into my feminine space. I've had to be placed, like you said, placed in masculine space for so long. But when he comes around and he exerts his dominance, I'm gonna back down. I ain't gonna argue with you. But the one thing with all of that, I have to trust him. That's where a lot of women don't trust that man to lead. That's where we run into that problem. But if I trust him to lead and do what he if put it like this, this is it for me. Do what you say you're gonna do. Show me that you're gonna do what you say you're gonna do. Don't have me second guessing. Don't have me wondering, like, damn, is he gonna do this? Don't ever put me in that position where I have to now step back into my masculine space. If you say you're going to do it, do it. If I come to you with a problem, I'm coming to you for help. Please don't make me have to go outside to find help.
Okay, I got a,
I'm
I got
coming
I
to
got a, I
you.
got a quick question for that. What if you
Mhm.
come to him with a situation that he does not have the answer for? Does that mean he's not a masculine man?
No. If he doesn't have an answer for it, his reply to me is, "Baby, I don't know, but let's figure this out together." Now, this is where two heads make it better than one. No, that doesn't make him weak because he doesn't
No, I was
know.
just
No,
asking because that's the way you had sort of said it.
no.
The
What I
way I
mean, like,
received it,
okay,
the way that
like I say, everybody know how to change a tire.
no.
Everybody, baby, I'm assume everybody know how to change a tire. Baby, the tire, tire on the car flat, and he get to acting funny, whatever. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. 2 days go past, 3 days go past, a week go past. Dude, how when you said you're gonna do this? I need the car so I can go to work or whatever. Then I gotta step out and go get this done. Now he's not reliable, but yet you wanna be in that leadership role. I'm relying on you. I'm putting myself in your hands. I'm trusting you to do what you need to do. If I can't trust you and depend on that, then no, I can't give you that power. No, I can't. But if I can see that you can handle business and get shit done, I'll be happy sitting at the house twiddling my feet and shit. Go ahead, baby. And I'll be your biggest damn cheerleader.
What you think about that, Charlie? I think he over there. Are you still with us?
He cussing
Yeah,
somebody
I
out in the
see.
background.
All right, we're gonna get to the next clip.
Let me tell y'all about my client and how she had a no contact order against her ex-boyfriend. He violated the no contact order and came to her house on her Ring doorbell telling her that if she did not open the door, he was going to kill her and her child. She then took that footage to the local police department to let them know that he violated the no contact order and that he was threatening her life. The police then said, there's nothing that we can do because it's the weekend. Say what now? It's the weekend, so police only work Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. They then told her to hold on to that footage of him threatening her life and her child's life, and then just show it to the judge whenever they get another court date. So just hold on to it for a few months, show it to the judge, and then the judge can handle it from there. But for them, there's nothing that they can do, baby. It's the weekend. It's Friday, baby. Again, this is what we're dealing with in the state of South Carolina. It is an absolute shit show.
That's deep as hell. That's deep as hell. I don't even know what to say to that.
Been there. Been there. Called the police, had a restraining order. Well, this is a civil matter. There's nothing we can do. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you like this, because I know you're recording. I'm gonna protect me and mine at all costs. And what I did is I pulled the clip. He show up again. You and the coroner will be here. They was at my door in 10 minutes. I don't play that game. Cause them restraining orders, by the time that the next court date, that lady could have been dead. No, don't play that game. Let them know you're gonna defend yourself.
What you think about that, Charles in charge?
That's why I say, man, fuck the police, man. I read that 'cause they be on bullshit like that, bro. And that is how women end up getting killed and all that old shit because they halfway do their job. So, that like you say, bro. I don't really got nothing to say about that shit. I
Like,
just
th-
fuck the
this is
police.
Well,
I'm with
this.
protecting yourself and your family, shit, by any means necessary.
all I'm gonna say, ladies, is make sure you document it downtown. Let them know, make a phone call, and protect yourself.
All I'm thinking about is what is the police logo?
Serve and protect. They don't do that though. They are investigators. The police are investigators. They are not to serve and protect. They do not stop crime. They do not prevent crime. They investigate crime. They come after the crime. They don't come during the crime. They don't do this
Let me
at all.
let me say this because I was trained in with them. The serve and protect is for them. It's not for the public. They serve each other and protect each other.
I agree with that. I agree with that. Okay, I truly agree with that. I've
All
been
right, here we
saved by the
go.
police. I've been saved by the police one time, and that's because they accidentally came up on this drive-by. Accidentally, they was coming to fuck with us, but dudes was coming to do this drive-by, so they caught them. But they didn't come to stop shit. They came to fuck with us. You right. You right, Quinn. You right. You right on that.
Ah, well, check this one out, y'all.
So you tell them what you just told me. Tell them what you just told me.
Mom, it's not that serious.
No,
like,
tell them what you just told me about my husband.
Okay, so I slept with him, but
Okay, and what else? And what else?
And
And what else?
I'm pregnant.
Okay, so you think it's okay for you to be pregnant by my husband?
I didn't say it was okay. What I'm saying is he was there for me. He was helping me. He was taking
Helping
care.
you do what? That I couldn't help you with?
Yeah, taking me to go to school, college, all that. Buying me stuff that I needed because you wasn't doing it, so he was.
So I wasn't. You basically saying that I wasn't there, so you decided to sleep with my husband?
Mom, I don't know what else to tell you.
That
I don't
was
know what
okay.
else to
Out of
tell
all the
you.
men in the world, you sleep with my
He
husband.
was the only one that made me feel good at the time, so I don't know what else you want me to say.
What you mean? What do you mean? And you think you gonna keep this child?
Why would I not? So you want me to abort my child?
It's my husband.
Oh, why was your husband sleeping with me?
That shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter what my husband do, but it shouldn't have been with you.
What do you
You're
mean
you're
it
my
shouldn't
child. I
matter?
gave birth to you. So what made you feel like you wanted to open your legs to my husband?
Mom, I just want you to
Why
hear
did
what
you
you're
feel
saying.
like
I
you
just
need
want
to
you
do
to hear
that?
what you're saying. You saying it's okay for your husband to do what he doing.
I'm not saying
the
none of
problem.
that's okay, but you're my
That's
child.
crazy.
You
That's
are my
crazy.
child.
Okay, it wasn't like I did it on purpose. It just happened one time.
What
It
you
wasn't
mean
no
on purpose?
ongoing thing.
So what? You was drunk or something when you laid on your back?
No, I wasn't drunk.
Okay, so you knew exactly what you was doing when you was sleeping with somebody that I've been with
But
for
it wasn't on
15 years.
purpose. It wasn't on purpose. He was being nice, and it one
So
thing
you
led to
slept
another,
with
and it
him on
happened.
accident.
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
I don't know. Why you questioning me?
Explain
Why-
to
why-
tell
are you
everybody
talking
how
to
much I have a hoe as a daughter.
Oh, okay. So now I'm a
Yeah,
hoe.
that
Now
you
I'm a
sleeping
hoe
with
now.
my husband.
Okay. I don't know what you want me to say. It happened. It is what it is. I did it. I'm pregnant. I'm not aborting my baby. So.
You gonna have to do something with it, or you gonna have to get up out my house.
Well, I would just have to
You
go.
gonna have to get up out
I
my
can't
house.
stay
You
here
cannot
today.
stay here. You cannot stay here. I don't give a damn where you go. You gotta get up out of here.
You bugging.
I'm
You
bugging?
Yes,
You
bugging
gotta
on
get
me,
out
but
of
you ain't
here.
bugging on him. I bet you gonna keep him though.
You don't think that I'm gonna talk to my husband about it?
So you gonna stay married?
You
to
don't
him?
think that I'm gonna talk to my
You gonna
husband
stay
about
married to
it?
him, but you gonna put me
You
out.
are nasty.
Make it make
You
sense,
are a
Mom.
nasty girl.
Make it make sense. You gonna stay married to him, but I got to go.
Yeah, you do.
Girl.
You do.
Okay.
You weren't thinking about being my child when you laid down, right?
Wow.
Right.
Wow.
Okay then.
I don't. What?
It's
Like,
okay
so
then.
you want me to abort
So,
my baby?
yeah,
Get
look
out.
in the camera.
But all you finna do
You
is
look in
yell
the
at him.
camera.
I'm gonna look in the camera.
And tell
I did what I
everybody
did. It is what it is.
what you been
I can't
doing.
take it back. I can't take it back. Where you been at? You obviously wasn't.
I've been here.
Came over here.
I've been here. I birthed you, little girl.
So what
I've
you
been
want me to
here.
do? What do you want me to do about this situation?
You need to get your stuff and get
That's
out.
fine. I'll do
Get your
just
stuff
that.
and get out my house.
That's
All of it.
fine. That's fine.
What the fuck is wrong with
Bro,
today kids, man?
bro, it ain't the kids, bro. That was the mama, bro.
Kid.
That was the mama, bro. That was all on the mama,
It,
bro.
it was everybody in that situation. I don't think that. I
Bro.
don't think that. I look at the daughter being fucked up for fucking with her mama's husband. I look at the husband for being fucked up for sleeping with his wife's child, and I'm listening to how the wife is defending pretty much the husband, because when she said he could do what he wants to do, he can go out and sleep with who he want to sleep with. I sat there and said, "This is crazy." So I think don't get me don't look at me like I'm defending anybody in this situation. That whole fucking situation is crazy. But what
You can
I
get away
what
with
what
that type of shit when you got good dick.
but no, but listen what I'm
That's
saying. What
that's a fact,
blew
bro.
but I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about the mother and the
No,
daughter, because that's
you
who's in that
no,
room,
no,
right?
no. I don't care how good your dick is. You're not gonna be messing with my daughter. The one thing that stood out to me is she said, my husband of 16 years. So he was there when that child was a baby.
Yes.
Because that girl was talking about she was in college.
Listen,
Boo
listen to
boo.
what I
He
said.
been messing with that child.
Listen to what I said. When you can get away with that shit, when your wife or your woman is digmatized, it make her honor stupid shit like that, and then cuss your child at, and all you gonna do is go holler at your husband. Well, you still gonna keep fucking him. She knew, her daughter knew what the fuck was up. You mad? You mad at the wrong motherfucker? You should be mad at this nigga. That's who you should be mad at. Ain't no. She got to get out. She got to get out, and your husband don't got to go nowhere because you know you're not going nowhere. You could tell by how she was talking to her daughter.
No.
He ain't going nowhere. That nigga ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, because she said I'll talk to him.
Yeah, you can tell what she was talking.
Talk.
Like, yeah, that's called digmatized, G. That's what you call
Mm-mm.
digmatized, G. Sorry you ain't been digmatized before, but that's the
Mm-mm.
symptoms of digmatized, G. That's what a man with good dick
Mm-mm.
fucking the shit out of his bitch and could get away with. That's what he gonna get away with. If he that type of nigga, he can get away with that shit. That's some trash ass shit from that nigga. I don't honor that shit because I got girls that I done raised and I've been seeing they still look like they 5 years older than me and they in their 20s. You know what I'm saying? He was just a pervert watching them the whole time, right? But I know when a woman is sick over some dick, G. And that's what her mama was. Cause ain't no way, G. Ain't no motherfucking
But
way. Cause they'd have
But
had that, they would have had that
the
whole
daughter,
conversation together. He would have been
listen,
there
one
and she would have been there.
but no, one thing that kept amazing me was the comfortability when the daughter would say, "But you ain't been here. You be out. You be doing what?" So that I don't, this is just an assumption, but it gave me the assumption that Mama was out just doing whatever fuck she wanted to do any fucking way.
Yes. Yes. That too.
it's possible mama could be at work and never paid attention to her kids or, whatever the case may have been. But the man played on that
Yeah,
child's
I'm not
vulnerability
disagreeing with that.
because she's saying he was there for me. He manipulated her. I'm gonna buy you this. I'm gonna do you this way, making her think, that he loved her in a different way.
Yeah, because he been watching her
And
that whole
if
time.
yeah, that's what I'm
Ever since
saying.
she was
He
little, he
he
been watching.
ooh
That's a perv.
But
He was a
see,
perv ass nigga.
he
I get all that.
think
I get
about
all that.
think
But
about
see, like
think about this, Charlie. He raised her, so he trained her to be the way he wanted her to be.
I get all of that.
He
Listen,
groomed
I get
her.
I get all of that, and I agree with 100% with y'all. But what I'm sitting here thinking about, and because the child, right, was like, oh, I'm telling you this to hurt you. Like yeah, I'm telling you I'm fucking yo nigga. I'm the one that's telling you this shit in your house. Like, just imagine your child coming to you as a man. Like, imagine your son fuck around and get your wife pregnant. Like, think
Hey,
about it on it. Like, it's that crazy.
I mean, yeah, but it's gonna be a whole different conversation because that's men, bro. That's two men, bro. Two women, it's gonna be like that. Especially if that mama ain't around. You. If that mama ain't around and ain't been no mama, that's how that conversation gonna go. Cause I got a couple of kids that talk to their mama like that, and I gotta get down on their ass because they talk to their mama like that. But I also understand why they talk to their mama like that because I had to raise them, and when the shit went bad in the house, I had to fix that shit. So they remember all that shit. And that's why they talk to their mama like that. I don't honor that shit. I check it in the door, but I got to give them some leeway too. That's why I ain't tripping on the little girl, man. It's on that mama. It's on the mama, G. That little girl ain't doing nothing but what the fuck she at. Your mama wasn't there. Respect for your mama. That's just like if your daddy wasn't there. You ain't gonna have no respect for this nigga. This nigga can't tell you. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't there. He fucked your motherfucking wife. You wasn't there. He got her pregnant. All right, you gotta roll with that shit, man. You gotta roll with that shit. That's how it go, man. You gotta keep it real, bro. You know what I'm saying? I know we be trying to be politically correct sometimes, but truth is the truth, G. You wasn't there. That's why your daughter talking to you like that. Because I got daughters that talk to their mama a whole together different way. We'll never even think about talking to their mama like that. But I also got a couple of daughters that will fucking get down on their mama. And I got to fucking check their motherfucking ass. And they fuck with me, and I ain't even dead. I ain't even they real dead. But I was there when they mama was. So I understand why they talk to her like that.
Hurt people
Just
will
gotta know
hurt
the
people.
dynamics, bro. Yeah, man. Hell yeah. And girls are fucking emotional. Women are fucking emotional. But that's how they go. That's what they gonna do, bro. It don't take no rocket science to figure that shit out, man. That mama was out there doing her thing, shaking her diddy bop, doing what she do. Her daughter synced all that shit. She lost respect for a long time ago. Long time ago. Long time. And she just showing that shit, B. That's how it go, B.
And and then whatever the husband was doing, mama was allowing to happen. And she watched
Yeah,
that too.
yeah. How the fuck you gonna be in here fucking my motherfucking daughter and I don't know nothing about this shit? A woman, they are fucking natural born investigators. Ain't did nothing. You only found out about this because your daughter pregnant. So all this time he been fucking and looking at your daughter a certain way and all because he had to be looking at her a certain way, bro, since she was little, bro. You ain't peeped none of this shit. This is why I go back to the digmatized shit. That shit make you put up them blinders, like Queen was saying yesterday. You put up them blinders. You ain't see that shit. Shit you was supposed to see and pay attention with, but you so fucked up for this nigga. Look what happened.
Let's
Hey
go to the
man, it
next
is
clip.
what
Here
it
we go.
is, man.
Check it out.
I think it may be the actual toxic thing where we say people gonna catch feelings. Like we gonna people be in their feelings, get their feelings involved. You are a human being. There's not a single relationship that you should enter where the suppression of your feelings is required. What you should actually seek to strive for is somebody you can be cool with where your feelings are actually safe. Where y'all can have a real conversation should either one of y'all start to feel different. It don't mean y'all got to be in no relationship, but if I'm with a shorty and we on a regular basis, I would hope we got something established to the point where I can be like, hey, I think I'm starting to like you a little bit more on the humble, like what we finna do here. It don't mean that gotta be my girlfriend. It don't mean we finna start trying to take it to the next level, but like, bruh, why are y'all getting that close to people you can't have close discussions with? And that's not just like y'all be letting people in y'all personal lives that you can't have a personal conversation with. That's crazy.
Facts.
Yeah, that one hit home to me, G.
Facts. That's why I don't let people get close to me.
You look like
I
you
most
fucking
definitely
old.
been in that situation, yo. But with a man, I just happen to like the pussy. So I just, you know, bypassed everything else, G. You know what I mean? I talk to her when I want to talk to her, man. I'm gonna tell her certain shit, but the pussy was so good. I'm like, fuck it. It all comes down to that sex shit, man. Sex is 95% of a fucking relationship. So it's gonna be 95% of a breakup, misunderstanding, lack of communication, all that shit. It's gonna come back down to sex. You know what I'm saying? That's how it go, man. Don't take no rocket
All
science to try and figure it out, man.
I'm not gonna let you treat me like trash. I don't care. Nope.
Then do it.
I
Because you
wouldn't dance.
have, sorry, you have never had no dick that allowed a man to treat you like trash. But trust me, if you ran across one, if you ran across one that made you feel it in your stomach, gee, you gonna do some stupid shit and you gonna accept some shit that you know you shouldn't be accepting, and then you gonna figure it out later after he done did something so bad to you that you can't forget that shit. Now he ain't shit. Now it's been all his dick little and all. No, that nigga had that dick in your stomach, fucking with your motherfucking brain, and you got fucked up. I had no dick like this, but trust me, I fuck with a lot of women, and I got a lot of sisters, and I've seen this behavior before. And
Is that
that's how
what I
it
start
go
wanting to
down,
busting
Jay.
out windows and stuff?
You say what?
Is that what I want to start busting out windows and shit?
Yeah, that's the whole problem. You digmatized, G. You know the power. They say the power of the pussy. You know the power of the penis. If I bend your ass over and do you like ain't no other nigga did you before, I done pulled some trick like my man Russ said yesterday. I pulled them motherfucking peaches out on your motherfucking ass, and you ain't never had that shit done before. Man, you gonna go retarded. You gonna go
I,
retarded. My man said the shit yesterday. He told you in the door, I'm gonna pull them peaches out on your ass. Ain't no nigga did that shit before. This nigga done did some shit, man. You don't even know where that shit coming from. You emotional. Women are emotional. So niggas play off that shit, B. That's how it go, yo. And y'all don't want to admit that shit, but y'all be dumb as hell over some dick. G, once it hit that certain spot in your motherfucking stomach, G, I can
Let's
make
be
you do some dumb ass shit.
fair.
This
Let's
some
be
shit you
fair.
gonna accept. G, the
Whoa,
man gonna do that. That man not gonna
whoa,
do that. Man.
whoa. Let's be fair. Because I have met some niggas in my life that have done some stupid shit because a woman was fucking the shit out their ass, sucking their dick on a whole nother level, and they didn't even know that like she was known for doing that because she was doing it with more than one motherfucker in the area. You understand what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I
niggas
hear you.
will do the same shit. We call it being pussy whipped.
Yes, sir. Yes,
That's a
sir.
thing
Yes,
the
sir.
niggas heard
But we talking about these digmatized ass women first, because she said she had never been like that. That's mean I can probably 95% guarantee that you have not had no good dick. You have not that. You're not. You've been fucking mid dick. This shit was mediocre. Because if you ain't did no, if you two, oh man, I'll never do that shit. Come on, G. You know, like my man say, the shit I done did for some pussy and figured that
the
shit out later, nigga. You dumb as hell, G.
closest I done got to doing some more dumb shit like that is I bust a nigga head. And once I did that, I was done.
Nigga, you did 8 years without giving your coochie up for a nigga that was locked up.
Thank you.
You
No,
just
that
Dumb
wasn't
as
stigmatized. That was
that
so-called
was
love.
the man, that was digmatized.
Mm-mm.
That was
That was
digmatized. Ain't
so-called
that
love.
much, ain't that much love in the motherfucking world.
Because
Ain't that much love in the world, baby.
once you hit the bricks, I would have still been going to Google for it. No. No.
You gonna let her get away with this, Russ?
I'm gonna let you go ahead. You get the floor is yours, my friend.
Hey man, look. That nigga, let me tell you why you stayed 8 years with that nigga. Did you fuck that nigga before he went to jail?
She
Yeah.
surely did.
Yeah, you did. That's why you stayed with him 8 years, and you knew that was dumb as hell, but you did it anyway because that dick was
And you
good,
were young, and you
and
weren't
you was
probably
young.
as
And
experienced as you are now. So
thank you,
the dickmatized level was on a different conversation. Not saying that you
thank
ain't
you.
had nothing better since, but at that time in your life, that's why you're sitting over there looking like because at the time
Facts.
life.
But
That's why I keep
like I
telling y'all. I
said,
kept bringing that up earlier.
when he hit
I've
them
been letting
bricks,
y'all go. I've been letting y'all go. I've been letting y'all go. Like I said, when
you,
we
Charlie.
sit back and we think about where we were at the time, as opposed to where we are now, we got to be honest with ourselves and say we've been through some things that we would now say is stupid as hell. We'd see another person go through it and say, "Don't do that." But
Yes.
when we went through it, we weren't sitting there saying, "Don't do that." You weren't telling yourself, you know what? My man gonna be doing a long fucking time. I don't know if I can put up with this. I don't even know if I'm emotionally equipped to deal with this over. Like, if he, let's just say, for instance, he got life. You were so gung ho about whatever you was gung ho about that you stuck around for 8 years, and it took. You told us it was something that made you just be like, "Fuck that." There was something that took place when you weren't getting fucked for 8 years that took place that made you say, "I'm done." But before that, you went through that session because guess what? We use the
853, that's
term
the
you were
dispatch.
young.
853.
No, what the hell? Yeah, you would.
Probably needs some
We
mute.
all were young and dumb at some point. We all took some shit that we say we would never take. We all were in some conversations that we swear to God we would never be in. We all had some type of it make listen, this is a different level. Some people had a little minute fight where it was just an argument and it was a stupid ass argument, and other motherfuckers have went ape shit crazy and done some stupid shit and tore up houses and cut up clothes and fucked up cars. All why? Because to a certain degree, they were digmatized or they was pussy whipped. Especially when you're younger. Especially when you don't even recognize that you can do better. When you thinking that that person is the best motherfucking thing that you've ever had in your life, they just so fine, they so not, they they it for you. But then you fuck around and get a little bit older, and you look back over the people. Have you ever? Oh, this is a question. Have you ever met somebody that you sort of had a crush on, liked, had sex with, or whatever, when they were younger, but now you older and you ran across them and you was like, oh god damn, I'm glad I ain't fuck with that because that motherfucker looks terrible now. Like I know I have. I know I have. I hadn't seen some women that when I was a young nigga, I would have I would have I would have climbed the highest mountain. I would have got on a rocket and flew to the moon and came back just to get the coochie back there. Now I look at that same person and be like, oh, I wouldn't touch you with a 10-foot pole. My priorities have changed. I'm so glad they have. And then when I think about it, like you wasn't even all of that back then, but my perception of you at that time, you were the end all be all for me. And it just may be, Queenie, that he knocked the back of your bail out.
He
So you
wasn't
was
even
just a
that
good girl
good.
that just went through shit that you didn't
He
have
wasn't
to.
even that good. That was my loyalty, my promise,
Girl,
my
man, for
promise.
real, you finna make us try to believe this, G.
I don't give a shit what you
If you
believe.
would have never went through that if he never fucked you. Because
Well,
it couldn't be nothing else. He was locked up, or it could. Which you was falling for jail talk. What type of game he was running? So first of all, you a motherfucking nigga can run game on you for you to sit around for 8, 10 years on a nigga in jail. G, you
eight,
need to.
eight, eight.
G, that's
No
G,
way.
that's
No,
come on,
no,
G. He
no.
got that much game.
That's
This a pimp
that's
ass
that
nigga.
young. That's that young mind.
That's what I said. And at
That's what
that
he
time,
said, G.
But he wasn't about sex.
you didn't know that it wasn't the best dick in the world at that time. Were
I
you
ain't
fucking
better.
like that? Were you fucking like that when you young? So
No,
that's what I mean. You didn't know what good dick was because you hadn't
And yeah,
even
I have local
lived long enough to experience that moment of good dick.
Thank you. And at
no.
that time, that nigga had the best dick you ever had, and you got dickmatized, and you fell for some motherfucking jailhouse talk or some bullshit, and you stuck around for 8 years, which you shouldn't have stuck around for one. After he got 10 years, like what made you sit here and hear this man get 10 years, and you like, man, I'm gonna stick around for that shit.
Listen to me, bro. Listen to me, bro. This is a true fucking story. I've told this story on the show before. When I was in college, it was a girl that had done some stuff to me in the bed. Like, and I had been with women before. We talked about this before. I had lost my virginity and I knew what sex was. I was very familiar with it. But this motherfucker just had a whole different approach about the experience. She made it very, very. This was the first woman that made it intimate. Because when I was younger, I was having sex with motherfuckers, but we was trying to find a place to do it at. You know, it was like getting it in when we can get it in, while we can get it in, for whatever time we can get it in, right? But now I'm at a point in my life where I can chill. I can come over here and chill, and you was catering to me in a different way. When we laying down, prime example. First woman to go fuck around and throw some sexy shit on and walk in the room on me. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't just taking clothes off and trying to get some pussy at the time. This is the first woman to come to the room, was looking good. And she was already something that I was attracted to in the first place. And she just, in the bedroom, was a motherfucking beast at the time. I thought she was the best in the world. Guess what? I thought she was the best in the world for a long time until I ran into somebody else that, goddamn, they was amazing. And I had to start to recognize. That's when I began to recognize that, damn, we got to approach this sex thing in a different way. I can't do what I did over here. Because guess what? I recognize this motherfucker did some shit I ain't never experienced before. So yeah, you was that
That's a
you was
fact, bro.
that he was all up in them. He was all up in that shit.
Yeah, we know you don't want to say it. We know you don't want to say you fell for some dick. We know
You
that.
was probably
It's
so
cool though.
emotional. Where she wanted you. You were so loyal and emotional. You probably cried one of them times he was doing it.
Oh
Thank you,
hell no.
bro. You ain't never cried when he put that dick in you?
No.
You ain't never had no
Oh,
good dick then. You just fell for some bullshit dick then.
I'm crying.
You just fell for some bullshit dick. But if you ain't shed a tear over some dick at least one time in your life, you never had no good dick.
Or
Straight
bust
up.
out just or but listen, I thought this was some crazy shit. Or bust out laughing. I had a motherfucker just and they told me they was like, man, when they started, they was just, and I looked at the motherfucker, I said, man, what the fuck's going on? She said, nah, nigga, like, you don't understand. Like, when I have that motion and that feeling, it's a giddy moment for me. I just then I've had that same person cry on my ass. So like, yeah, it's a difference when that shit is good.
Hell yeah, boy.
It's
I had some pussy so good, man. I told her, I say, look here, you can have me and him. When you in Chicago, you keep me, and when you with him, you be him. You can have two boyfriends. I'm chill. I'm cool with it. This how good this pussy was. This how I'm talking about. We do stupid shit for sex. You know what I mean?
Look at Kim over there. She ain't quiet. You ain't been quiet all motherfucking night. Now you quiet. Cause
I'm listening to y'all
you
because
tell me
I ain't doing
you
nothing
get
stupid
that
for no
thing
dick.
beat the fuck up, and now you okay.
I
All
ain't
right.
doing nothing stupid for no dick. I'm sorry. It got to be more to it.
You ain't had no good dick. We keep telling you ain't had no good dick, bitch.
I think that 8 years would disagree with. I think somebody out there with that 8 years would disagree at some point. And you are
Yes.
entitled to how you feel, but I personally believe at that age, again, at that age, that shit meant something to
Facts.
No, he meant something to me. It wasn't his dick.
you. Yeah.
What the
Mhm.
fuck? What type of pimp? I need to know what he was saying to you. Cause you one of them ones that act like you can't fall for nothing. So I need to know what he said to you so I can go use it on somebody else. What did he say to you?
That bullshit
That
ain't
made
gonna
you
work
sit
now.
here and wait eight and
That bullshit
nigga.
won't work now. That won't work now.
Eight? No. I didn't ask you what it
Okay,
gonna
well,
work now.
what did they work in that ain't gonna work now?
What did he do to you to make you wait 8.5 years, not fuck another nigga, not do none of this shit, wait on this nigga, write letters, do all this shit? What did he do to say to you, G? What did he do? What did he say to you?
It was just the connection we had.
I thought we told the truth on this show.
We are. We are. It was the connection that we had. It was something different. Something that you
That's
Was
what
it
I
was
asked
it
you. What was?
was it a connection that you had, or was it a connection that y'all had? That's just, I mean, just, and I ain't trying to be funny. I'm just,
it
Also,
was a
I go
connection
for
that we had.
1390 copy.
But then also in that um I'm gonna say that I had a fantasy in my head that wasn't worth a fuck.
Come on into the camera just a little bit more. You fading out that bitch a little bit.
We got some cloud coverage coming over too. It's trying to
All
rain.
right, here we go. I'm about to run the next clip because I ain't gonna debate whether that thing was beat up and pasteurized for a little bit because I think it was. Here we go.
Then once you get hurt a certain way, you don't never get hurt the same way twice. Because men, we familiar with patterns because we pretty much do the same shit over and over again. And I was gonna say earlier, a lot of women would be happier with the guys that they're with if they stopped trying to rush the men to change. Right. It takes men a long time to become the man that they're going to be. And sometimes women when the relationship gets stagnant,
Patient, yeah.
and then you decide that this is not for me no more. That's when a man has a lot of shit to figure out. Like, don't question the leadership now when shit not going your way or you're not seeing the results immediately.
So you're saying you have to see that up
You
front.
gotta trust me in the time where shit is hot. That's why I'm the leader. You said that I was the best one at handling shit under pressure. So now that the pressure's on and it's the fourth quarter, the game ain't over because the pressure on right now. We still got game to play. Okay, so when we get through this shit and it ain't no more fire, I know you don't trust me to lead. So the next time there's an emergency, I'm gonna save myself.
Wow.
Because you don't want to be part of the team. You like shit when it's calm and it's good, but when the pressure up, oh, you ain't shit as a leader. I don't want to be on this shit. That's what you risking everybody's life when you.
Okay. Queenie, come on.
It's funny because I can relate to that because when that 8-year shit, when the pressure got hot, and like I said, it's some things I can't talk about, but I wasn't gonna bail. And a lot of times when things get rocky in relationships, people want to jump ship. This ain't this, and think the grass is greener on the other side. But if they could have stuck it out, rolled it out, did what they needed to do, it might be one of the best things they could have done. But that ain't always the truth.
Charlie, what you think about that, sir?
Hey man, he's absolutely fucking right 20 times over. That's how it go, bro. I don't got nothing to say about that, bro. He was absolutely right. I don't got nothing. That's the truth, bro. Can't deny it.
All right, here we go. Next one.
Now this my stepson. For y'all who don't know, son.
You got limo plates on back?
My real dad died.
And how did he die?
He got shot.
Okay, son. That's. Now this my stepson. For y'all who don't know, son. Can you tell the people what happened to your real dad?
My real dad died.
And how did he die?
He got shot.
Okay, son, that's enough. I don't want you to have to relive this moment again. Can you go ahead back in there with your mom? Thank you so much. It was a good job for you. So when y'all ask me, bro, why I'm doing certain shit, bro, and I'm raising a young man right now, and he looking at all this shit that's going on in this world, and I don't want him to have to grow up and go through the same shit that I went through, bro, because y'all steady using words like this goofy ass word, bro. What the is that, bro? These motherfuckers on the next block from you talking about I don't want my son growing up thinking like that, bro. That the next block is against him and it's his opposition, bro. What he just tell y'all, bro? I'm not his biological father. Am I his daddy? Yeah, I'm his daddy, but I'm not his biological father. It hit different, bro. And if you know, bro. It get deeper than that, bro. On who my son daddy is, bro. You don't even know these people and you talking about these your ops, bro. This shit was designed for all us to feel, Kyle.
What you think about that, Chuck? Big Chuck, what you think about that?
Absolute truth again. I have no disagreement with what he's saying. He's spitting the truth. That's the whole message I'll be trying to put out here. Like, hey, the shit they be showing these little shorties, man. Come on, man. You don't know what the fuck they been through in their motherfucking life, man. I done raised some I done raised some. Matter of fact, my bonus son right now, that situation, it was similar to that situation right there. And I raised him all together different. You know what I'm saying? I let him know, bro, that ain't what's up, bro. Your daddy was, it get deep, bro. That's a conversation, man. It is what it is, that shit. But dude was absolutely right, bro. You don't want to be teaching your son that this man over here, your op, and you don't even know this motherfucker. Like you don't know this motherfucker. This could become your best friend. Cause niggas that was my ops when I was a shorty. Gee, they my best friends now. G, they are my Facebook friends. We partying. They know my kids. All this old shit. And we was shooting at each other back then. We trying to kill each other. You know what I'm saying? But when we got to know each other and we grew up and getting it was a whole other different story, man. We gotta watch what we teaching these kids out here and what we showing them, man. And we gotta let them know this world, man. This world shit, man, that they shouldn't be seeing, bro. Ain't no kid. No. You see how easy it was for him to say, man, my daddy got killed. You see how easy that shit was? Man? It wasn't. It ain't not never supposed to be that easy. Y'all. But we living in that type of world. You know what I'm saying? And if you're gonna be a man about it, if one of them kids come across you, man, you gotta be a man about it and stand on that shit and be a real man. Now it might be not be your motherfucking biological kid, but bro, that's your kid, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they be looking at you a certain way. His daddy ain't here. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta show him different. Show him the same shit. He gonna end up like his dad. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I've been there before. I almost definitely been there before. That's a real sensitive subject. You know, I'm steady trying to preach to these men that be out here getting in these kids' life because you fucking a mama. And then when you start fucking a mama, you start fucking with them, bro. Like that shit is trash, bro. Like niggas really realize be doing that. You be sending these little niggas off. These little niggas get killed, all this old shit, just because how you played it, bro. Like it's fucked up out here for real on that shit. I'm a proud stepfather, or whatever. I don't even like the word stepfather, man. Once you my kid, once I get in a relationship with your mother, you my kid forever. And I like I said, I got only 4 of my kids biologically, man. I got 5 kids that I done had since they was 3, 6, 10. Once I had that dealing with their mama and I created that relationship with them, they my kids forever. You couldn't even tell I ain't their biological father. You would think them was my real kids. You know what I'm saying? Because the way I treated them, the way you know, where I raised them. Shit, man. But that nigga ain't. I know I probably got off the little subject somewhere, but
No, you did.
that shit like kind of like, yeah, that shit kind of like
No, no, no.
touched the
What I'm
nerve.
over here thinking about like is I've dated women that have had kids in
Yeah, we don't do three touches.
different age groups, right?
You have
And
six
when you
around.
like, yo, I met them when they was like 3, and when you meet kids when they are like extremely young, and they begin to see you in their world, to be in their life, because they don't understand relationships right off bat at like 3 years old, right? They just start to recognize
Hmm.
you as being the one that's around. And
Yes, yes, sir.
mm, I think of like my youngest son's sister. When I met his mother, or their mother, it was like I just had an immediate draw to her. For one, she was just like a sweet little fucking doll. She was like real cute, but she just was so. Oh, and this is another thing when kids are open to
You have two
you,
around. You do have two around.
and like they accept you in their natural childhood, and and you're there. The worst thing you can do is be someone that is not there. You know what I'm saying? For that child. You know what I mean? To be that person that's just fucking. That's the worst thing to be. You know what I mean? Um, you do better getting the dick without involving the kids.
Facts, bro. That's a fact.
You do better.
Absolutely.
You do
You
better.
don't you don't expose your kids to, as a woman, you do not expose your children to every person that you deal with. That is an absolute no-no. For one, depending on whether you have a boy or girl. If you have a male child, then you got to look at the men that you put before him, because now what is he going to learn from them? And I have to give the utmost respect to that young man for stepping into those shoes. That young man's father is gone, and he stepped up to guide him and give him some guidance. But a lot of people are selfish. They think about themselves. They want what they want, and fuck the kids. But these kids see what you do, and then they covet what you do. So then when they get to a certain age, you're wondering why they don't respect you. Well, you didn't respect them as children. You put every Tom, Dick, and Harry and Jane and Judy over them and in front of them, and what you expect. That's why these kids have hard times with relationships, whether it's friendship or anything else. No, absolutely not. I've dated people for a couple years. They didn't even know I had a kid. No, because I'm looking at you and trying to see what type of person you are. What can my child learn from you? And if I'm gonna have you in his life, no. They.
That's a question. Were you like, okay, because you said a couple years, right?
Mhm.
Were you dating like, were you seeing them like here and there sporadically over those 2 years, or were you seeing this man on a consistent basis for 2 years and he never saw your kids?
Um, I'm not the type of person that gotta be in your face every day. Cause we dating. No, I ain't got to be in your face
No,
every
I'm just asking, was this a relationship like that particular relationship? Was this a relationship where you guys saw each other very often, or was this a relationship where it was like hit and miss? We spend time. We might spend a week. We might one week we might be going strong, and then another month we back off, and then we back. We'll see each other again. And like,
No,
how was that?
it was kind of consistent, but it I wouldn't put my son in that situation because I'm getting to know you.
I'm just saying. Okay,
Can,
that's the.
can
I
I
guess that's the thing that got me. It
can I
took you
say what
two
you want
years.
to say, bro?
Yeah.
How the hell did you have a kid for 2 years in a
I didn't
consistent
hide.
relationship?
I didn't hide
In
nothing.
a
I don't
consistent,
think it's
you said your kid didn't meet him. How did you do that? And this
I
was
can
a
tell you.
consistent
I can tell
relationship,
you. I can tell you. I have a child, but I'm not going to bring my child around you.
and he still fucked with you after that.
no. No. Wait. This is the question. Was it a relationship or a situationship that you were
Yeah,
in?
that
Because
sounds like
if
a situationship.
y'all were in a situationship, that makes sense, right?
No,
Yes.
He was your man.
trying to get
Like,
trying
that's my
to start a
question. Was he
relationship.
your man?
He was trying to build a relationship with me.
So for
And
2 years,
I am, like I said, I don't let people close to me.
did you
So
have
when I,
did you let him get close enough? That's when to phrase that question.
I mean, I did what I wanted to do. Yeah,
Okay, so
I
and
did what I wanted to do. But
okay,
as far as
I'm about to really get here.
my
Right.
personal space,
Hold on. I'm getting into a question right here. Out of those 2 years, how long had it been that you had known each other intimately? In that 2 years. Mute the line, bro. Because we hearing that walkie talkie, bro. Bro, we hearing that walkie talkie. We need to cut that walkie talkie down. All right. Now was this a like how long was it before you was intimate with this man?
almost 3, 4 months.
Okay, so 3 4 months. So for 21 months, you fucked with a nigga and he never saw your kids. Like he never the kids never saw him come by the house and just pick you up, like just by accident. You walk to the car. So
No,
that means he
I
never
drive my own car.
Okay, so he never came by even to pick you up. Y'all. So when y'all saw each other, how was that set up? Was you just went to his house?
Yeah, and if he came to my house, my son wasn't there. He was at grandma's.
Okay, for 2 years. See, in my mind, and I'm not trying to be funny. If I'm with somebody for 2 years and we fucking, and I ain't met the kids, I think in my mind, at some point I'm gonna be like, this ain't the woman for me. I'm gonna do whatever we doing for however long we doing it because I may enjoy doing that, right? Yeah, I may
Yes,
enjoy the
sir.
pussy. I
Well,
may enjoy.
what are you gonna do for my kids?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Listen, well, you should find that out within 2 years.
Okay, now you said you wanna meet the kids and all this other stuff.
Yeah,
If
within
you ain't
two
met
years.
the
Within
kids.
two, if I'm looking at a 2 year
Now, if
period,
you worried about
because me personally, if I'm with you for 2 years, it got to be a conversation about where's this relationship going. Especially at this point in my life. Now, when I was a younger nigga, that may have been a different conversation. But at this point in my life, I'm not trying to meet nobody and just fuck them for 2 years and not meet their kids. You want to know why? Because if I end up getting with you, those kids have to become a part of the dynamic, and I need to know, do they fit in our full dynamic? Do you got a badass kid? Is your kid, you know what I mean? Like, is your kid skipping school? Is your kid? I need to
do they
know
fit
that type of
do
shit.
they fit in the dynamic, huh?
Yeah, do they
Did
fit
you
the
really just
dynamic?
say that?
Just like if I got kids that's gang banging and they doing all kind of crazy shit and they in jail every fucking week, you have a right as a woman to say, "Listen, that's too much for me. Mm-mm, no."
You can tell her about that though.
But you may not, because guess what? If I ain't seen them in 2 years, how extensive is the conversation about them?
See, the thing that I'm saying to you is this:
You have three involved international
everybody don't meet my child.
I understand that. I
No,
I
no.
completely
G for
understand
two
that.
ye for 2 years, G. For 2 fucking years, G.
Do you know how fast
Come
2 years can go by?
come on,
Do
G.
you know
For
how fast
two
2 years can
years,
go by?
it's
Yep.
no woman. Let me tell you something. It's no woman that a man give a fuck about that she tells him she got a kid and I don't meet this motherfucking kid and I'm sitting there fucking you, G. I'm fucking you, sucking your pussy, you sucking my dick. We doing all type of shit, G. And you,
730
I
days.
ain't met your kid, G. In two
For
years, G. Come on.
730 days. Let me just break this
Thank
I
down
you,
might
for you.
G.
not want you.
Thank you,
I
G.
might not want
Thank
you
you,
that
G.
way.
That's
Thank,
what
I
that's my
might not want you
question.
that
I'm
way.
like, so that's why I asked.
see,
I'm
that's
like,
them,
yo,
that's them games. That's them
okay,
games y'all play. That's them games y'all play
but
right
you
there.
out here just doing some shit. Cause like I
Thank
don't
you.
understand.
No,
Cause I'm
it
like,
ain't no. It ain't no game.
that's why I
The
said if
game.
I've met
The
somebody,
game is this.
no,
The
but I'm
game
saying
is.
that's why.
It ain't no game.
Well, I'm
I
gonna let
can't
you speak.
let
Wait a minute, I'm gonna let you
everybody
speak.
meet
I'm
my
gonna let you speak.
child,
I'm gonna let you
especially
speak.
not no
I'm
young.
gonna let you speak, but that's why I asked the question of, yo, like, was this something serious or was this somebody that you was just dipping with? Because if you just
Thank you.
dipping with, that makes perfect sense. I
Thank you.
ain't taking you serious, and I got kids, and I don't want your whole explanation makes sense. But if I'm
Thank you.
fucking with you, and if I'm your man for 2 years, if I ain't seen your kids, well, guess what? At some point, I'm gonna stop forgetting about even wanting to see your goddamn kids.
Thank you. And
Because
I'm
in my
fucking
mind,
around on you any chance I get. Cause you ain't shit
we
to
might
me.
have a great time together, but we just really got a sexual relationship going on. We don't have a relationship where we're trying to build nothing together because you are keeping me on the outskirts of your real life. You come outside the house to see me. I come in your house when ain't nobody there. That's like a secret.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
That nigga
Thank you,
was a
sir.
secret. He
Is
was a
it?
Thank you, sir.
he was your toy for 2 years.
Thank you, sir.
That's why I asked that question:
Maybe.
was this a real relationship? That's why I formulated that question from the very beginning. I was like, "Whoa, what was this?" Because that's what made it strange for me when you said 2 years.
But didn't I tell you I was weird?
No, that was that
I
good
mean,
dick she ran across her, bro. That was that good. Remember that
no,
good dick
no,
I was
I
talking
told
about?
you,
That was it, bro.
and
That was
to
it,
some
bro.
people, this may be weird, but not everybody was going to meet my child. No, anybody that I
We
date,
un-
no, hell no,
we
because
understand that. We understand that if
the
that's a
simple
2 month
fact,
relationship, if
for the
that's a
simple
3 month,
fact,
2 years, G. Do you understand what you just said? You said 2 years.
yeah, 2 years, and they can go
Man,
past real
come on.
quick,
Come
Okay,
on,
I
G.
got another
You
question. I got another
go
question.
past real quick.
In that 2 years, was it expected for him to be faithful to you, or was it like, oh, we just doing what we do? What was the situation?
It was more along the lines of, okay, where is this going to go? Like you said, where is this going to go?
Who
And
was
for
asking
me,
that question? Who was
huh?
asking that question?
You said what?
Who was asking that question? What we doing?
Uh, Eventually he did, and I think somewhere along the lines I did too.
You think somewhere along the lines you did.
man, you is full of bullshit.
He asked first. He asked first, and then
How
later
long?
on,
you full of
How
bullshit,
long
man.
2 years was it before he asked?
you said what?
How long was it before he asked? You said y'all was together for 2 years doing what y'all did. How long was it before he was like, "Yo, what's going on?"
It's probably like the first year in.
And you went a whole nother, bro,
I win. I won the game.
bro. Just say you was fucking this nigga that he came along in your whole stage. This what it sound like. He came along in
That's
your whole
all.
stage. He had some good dick, and you was fucking with him. You ain't trust this nigga to be around your motherfucking kid. Period. Cause ain't
Or
no real man, finna sit with you for 2 years and have not met your child that you said you got. Gee, it's either something wrong with you or it's something wrong with me. So we gonna figure this out. And once I figure this out, that there's
I'm
something wrong
weird.
with you. Yeah, see,
I'm
you too
weird.
weird. You too weird. You too weird. You too weird. But that's some
yeah,
weird
because
shit.
you know what? Because
And
I just
that was a
check
oh
it out. Check
no.
it out. At the midpoint of the relationship, because you say he asked that about a year. So for a whole nother year, this man asked you about seeing the kids, and he still didn't
No,
fuck.
he didn't ask about seeing no kids.
I just asked you that question.
No, I thought you said asked about where the
Yeah.
relationship was going.
No. Okay. I can give you that.
What you
He
tell
asked about
this man?
so in the relationship, he never asked about your kids. He never said anything about your kids.
I mean, no, he asked, how's he doing, all that old type of stuff. But as far as like spending time with him or whatever, he knew that was not an option.
See, he
He knew that wasn't
Dude,
an option.
man,
he
dude,
knew that.
dude,
Um.
dude,
Okay. Well,
dude.
what was wrong with him? Wait a minute. This is my question. I just trying to get to the bottom of this. What was it about him that made him not an option to meet your kid? But
But it was still
good
good
enough
enough to
of an
fuck on
option.
this nigga for 2 years.
That was my question. That was gonna be my question in so many words. I
Uh,
just moved the mic out the way. Go ahead, you talk.
no, I mean he was a nice guy and all that stuff. But like I said, me trying to get to know him, and then there was some red flags that went up.
Okay. What were the red flags?
Um, One, you had a child that you wasn't involved with, and I'm like, wait a minute.
Maybe mama didn't let him see the kids.
I don't know. I didn't even get into baby mama drama. I didn't get
I'm just
into
saying.
that.
I was just being. I was just trying to be funny
I
to you.
didn't get
You're
into
not
the
ready.
baby mama
Yeah,
drama.
yeah. Go ahead.
I don't even dabble in that bullshit. Cause if you got baby mama drama, keep going. I don't even want to deal with it.
Okay. So you don't know what the situation was, but you just know he didn't have a good relationship with his kids, right?
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
And so to me, that's a red flag. Then why would I introduce you to my child? Something happened, whatever, and like Charlie was saying, nigga, get in your life and then dip off.
How
And now
long?
my
How
child
long?
has to deal with this.
How long was it before you found out that information?
That was 6 months. No. No, that was right around 4 or 5 months.
Okay.
A little bit after the first
You know
after
what this
the
sounds
first
like
trip.
to me? This sounds like to me for the first 4 to 5 months, y'all didn't really talk about shit. that was worth
Nothing.
anything to talk about.
And
Thank you, bro.
we talk about basic bullshit.
That's what I just said.
Basic bullshit.
So
I'll agree with that.
he didn't talk about your kids because you didn't even bring them up, and like you kept it
No,
separate.
no, no, no. My child was first out the gate.
No, no,
As
no. I'm
far
just saying
as
you kept that You kept that separate.
I didn't know.
out
Y'all
the
said
gate.
y'all thought he was a secret. He wasn't a secret. I said he didn't see him.
So your son knew you was fucking with this nigga?
My son knew that I was dating, and that person knew I had a son.
No,
But
that's not what I asked you. Your son specifically knew that you was fucking with this nigga.
yeah,
And your son never asked, to meet this nigga? You talking to real men here that get
no, you
that
want
that,
to ask
that
me?
fuck with women,
No,
G.
no, no.
And
Because
your
And
shit sound like some
my son is
bullshit.
here. He'll tell
no,
you.
no,
He'll
no,
tell
no.
you. He
Guess
won't.
what? Guess
He
what?
didn't
Guess
want to
what?
meet him.
No, no. Guess what? Guess what? Because I'm gonna tell you why that doesn't make why that can maybe not be a factor because we don't know at what age you were when you had this relationship going on. So my man may have been a young one where that conversation he ain't gonna ask his mama that shit. You understand what I'm saying?
He was.
So,
Okay.
He
huh?
was.
Okay.
He was young. Very
Okay
young.
then. Oh, all right.
What I'm
I'll
saying.
take that.
Like at 5 years old, I might have looked at my mama and who she was fucking with. I wasn't asking her shit about what she was because I was raised with that a child stays in the child's place. So it was certain shit I ain't talking about. Hey, mute your line, bro. When you hear that stuff in the background, man, mute that line. Man. We got sirens and shit going off and everything. Yeah. The fuck, this nigga out there with rapists and shit. All right, I'm about to play the next clip. I ain't gonna stay on you too long about that.
And welcome and thank you for joining us on the second half of The Factor Uncensored. Now, earlier this week, we had an honest discussion here about seeing young black people involved in all the crime in Miami during spring break. Video after video, from murders to vandalism. We want our panel to address it if there is a problem in the black community, but most importantly, how do we fix it? Solutions. You've seen the video time and time again where Miami was slapped with a lot of violence during the spring break. Tonight, we brought our guests back. We started this conversation earlier this week. They're back addressing this problem. Radio host Claver Kamal Imani, Dr. Ruth Allen Olison, and Waller County Constable Herschel Smith are all here again. So last time we talked, Claver, we were talking about trying to find solutions. We all acknowledge there is an issue that we need to address. We talked about family. We talked about the church. We talked about parenting may be part of the problem. Mm-hmm. So how do we address it when we see so many young black people involved in crimes like that, where they're attacking and vandalizing a car, committing murder on camera, just shooting each other? It's just mind-blowing and hurtful to see as well. But how do we start addressing this, Claver?
The first thing I think we need to do, first of all, Isaiah, thank you for the invitation. But can we start at the root of the problem?
Go to the root.
Think about what spring break was supposed to be, what it originally started out as. It was supposed to be about college students that were getting away after, let's say, their midterms, or to unload some steam, or to get ready and relax and decompress before they go back to campus to deal with midterms and certainly finals. That's what it was supposed to be at the very beginning. I'm having a hard time believing that a lot of these kids that were down in Miami Beach are college kids. If that's the behavior of our college kids today, I don't want to be around when they're holding the reins of control of this country. If that is the behavior of college kids today, I'm not very sure that the ones that were causing the trouble in Miami Beach are actually enrolled at any university anywhere in the United States. I think a lot of them were outsiders that were causing problems. That doesn't diminish the fact that what you saw in the video images were majority of black kids. And what I started talking about on Monday were 4 institutions that I really think need an MRI or an X-ray and a readjustment, a re-attitude about what their role really is. The capital C church, governance, education, the big education complex, Big Ed, and parenting skills, the role and obligation that parents have in this day and time to be able to direct their child, as the constables say, in the way that they should go, and when they get old, they don't depart. I think we're very far away from that. The church and pastors, especially black pastors in mega churches, should be addressing from the pulpit, from a biblical perspective, the social ills that we're seeing consistently and constantly on an epidemic level, if you will. And the pastors aren't doing that.
Okay, talk to me, Queenie. What do you think about what he said?
He has some valid points, but at the same time, they want to do a lot of stuff for the young people, but they're not asking the young people what they actually need. Now, education is bullshit on every level, because it's just bullshit on every level. Because all they're doing is teaching them and training them to work for someone else. They're not teaching them life skills on how to actually survive. And then you're talking about the churches. The churches are run by the government. They can only preach certain things. If they go outside of what the government says they can preach, they're in trouble. A lot of people don't know that, but yes, you rarely hear, if ever, a preacher preach out of Revelation. You can't preach out of it. It's against government policy. So these what is it, 503c churches that wants the tax exempt? Yeah, the government got them by the cross. But then they're talking about parenting. You took away the parents' rights, parents' ability to be a parent. You can't spank your child. You can't do this. It's abuse. Now you got bullying. You scream at your child. You're bullying your child. So you're limiting what parents can do. Because as soon as you dial 911, you snatching the kid up, sending them down to CPS, and then here's everybody in your house telling you how to run your house.
Okay, wait. Okay, I hear what you're saying, but to me, you sort of off the mark, right?
How?
Well, look, I'm about to tell you. Slow down. Can you calm down? Can you not be so masculine tonight? Can you just?
That's not being masculine. That's
Look out-
asking questions.
Yeah. Just calm down. Listen, the original conversation was about spring break. The original conversation started where he started saying this was supposed to be a decompression for students, and yeah, it's a party for students, right? And he went into all these niggas down here ain't no goddamn students. Niggas are coming to and formulating at these parties, and they getting into nigga shit that is fucking up the student experience. I can agree with that. Because when I was in college, when we had homecoming, right? You had everybody that was from the school there, but it was a bunch of niggas that came in from the city and the nearby areas just to kick it. And those were the ones that 9 times out of 10 would get into shit with other motherfuckers that was from the school that normally got the fuck along with each other. So, like when you talk about spring break in areas that are known to be spring break areas, Miami, stuff like that. When you have a bunch of people that flock to that area, that automatically changes the dynamics of that area. If you got an area that's already a little area that might be a little hot and a little, it might be turned up a little bit. When you get 10,000 other kids, not adults, but 10,000 other kids that come down to drink, party, and fuck, then that changes the atmosphere of what the fucking spring break was supposed to be about. Because yeah, spring break was supposed to be about us at school having that moment to kick it. We deserve that moment because, like he said, we just finished this test and we getting ready to come back to take another test because that's what it was designed for. But what it is now, it ain't that. It's an open fucking party.
Well, and if with you coming in that context, the thing is, I remember when we had parties, you had to have college ID. You couldn't get in without it. So the outside element wasn't allowed in. All these businesses that are letting people in, they're not carding for college IDs. They're carding for just regular ID. So
Spring
if the
break,
outside
spring
element,
break ain't even really the parties because like in Miami, they at the beach, they
okay.
outside. So you got
Well,
you
what
got
I'm
to
saying, is this: even then, they can still control that if they wanted to. They can still control it, but it, you're not going to tell people who live in Miami that you can't go to the beach because it's spring break weekend. You're not going to do that because that's still money. They're looking at the dollars. They don't give a damn who comes down there. So if I decide to come all the way from here to Miami just because it's spring break and I ain't in college, I just want to go. I'm going down there. If I get into a fight, I get into a fight. But the bottom line is they're looking at the money. They don't give a damn about what's going on. They just want the money. Now they're coming back trying to blame the parents. You can't let your kids out because X, Y, and Z. You can't put that on the parents when you throwing parties left and right. You can't do that. If you're going to make it into a party town, a party situation, a party week, guess what? People coming to party, regardless of whether they in school or not.
What you think about that, Charlie?
Hold on, I got a little background noise here. I hope y'all can hear me right. Shit. It's these fucking kids, bro. All that shit y'all was talking about, bro, that's not what's going on right now. It's these motherfucking kids. And the reason motherfuckers don't know that these motherfucking kids is motherfuckers don't go talk to these kids. See, I'm the type of motherfucker, this is a fact. I was doing this shit in Chicago. I do that shit down here. Man, what the fuck is wrong with y'all, man? What y'all on, B? You know what they tell me? Man, it's the only way this the only way motherfucker pay attention to me. If I start fucking up and doing some bullshit, we gonna tear this motherfucker up. They looking for attention, bro. It ain't even that serious of what motherfuckers talking about. That's why motherfuckers don't need to talk to the kids, because they don't want to know the real story, what the fuck going on. It ain't about no money. It ain't about no motherfucking outside source. It's these motherfucking kids doing this shit. They looking for attention, and they know the only time a motherfucker show them some attention is when they acting like assholes. So they do that. I got 20-year-olds motherfucker that do stupid shit like that, and they girls. Like, why are you doing this shit? Shit, this only reason motherfucker talk to them, because I do this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not even that shit. They just want attention, bro. You know what I'm saying? We give them the right type of attention, listen to what the fuck is on their mind and what the fuck they going through. We'll be able to stop a lot of this shit. But motherfuckers want to put all that, where they want to do that old psychoanalyzing shit, want to bring these old, okay, you was a professor. This situation that we got with these kids out here don't call for professors. You talking to them like you a fucking teacher. That shit don't, man, come on about your business, man. So that shit don't call for no motherfucker that sit here and you want to psychoanalyze this motherfucker and you want to treat them like a case study or say, no, it don't work like that right now. That's why that's why we're not getting to these kids right now, because you always want to psychoanalyze motherfucker. Always want to, oh man, it's some other shit. No, it's simple. Show the kids some love. Show them that they can get some some attention from y'all other than when they acting dickheads. Gee, I promise that shit'll stop. Gee, I talk to the kids. 9 times out of 10, this is what they tell me, bro. Cause I ask them, what the fuck? Cause they do stupid shit. And I talk to them like a father. I could walk up on the block. It's 30 little niggas out there, man. Hey man, what's up, Uncle? What you on today? Man, y'all seen y'all did stupid shit last night. What y'all out here shooting up this motherfucker for? Man, you know how it be, man. It's like this, man. And they give me a whole different story, but they get other motherfuckers. That's how I come to them, G. You know what I mean? It's all that. That's why I don't talk them panels and shit like that. When you just talking to 30 to 3, 4 old motherfuckers. No, where them kids at? Go ask them kids what's up. Ask them kids why they doing that stupid shit. Why you do that dumb ass shit, bro? And you one of them niggas that's asking them that shit, you gotta be one of them niggas. They not finna listen, bro. You ain't been through what they been through, bro. They not finna listen to you, bro. You coming up here with a suit on, talking about you from Harvard, you got this degree and all. They ain't trying to hear that shit. Do your degree come from 79th and Hosted? Do your degree come from from the low end. You been out here. You had a mama that smoked crack. Your daddy was your daddy in jail for murder for 20 some years the whole time? No. You grew up in the motherfucking suburbs. Man, I ain't finna listen to shit you gotta say, bro. Ain't finna listen to shit you gotta say, B. See, I come in that motherfucker with my tattoos on. I'm talking that shit. And I'll fuck around and smack the shit out one of y'all motherfuckers. Y'all say some stupid ass shit. I'm gonna tell you talking stupid. I'm gonna act like I'm like a father figure. This is why I know shit that normal motherfuckers don't know. Them panels and all that old shit, bro, that's garbage, bro. I had to deal with that shit when my man was running for mayor. We was doing all that shit. I had to deal with that stupid ass shit. And I was telling them then, y'all ain't gonna stop no violence with all this shit y'all trying to do out here. Y'all gonna stop no these motherfucking kids from doing this stupid shit because y'all not asking them what the fuck is wrong with them, bro. Gee, when you sitting at home, your mama on crack, your daddy in the joint, you got a sister that's a hoe, but she got 3 kids and you got to take care of them. Plus you got to take care of yourself. Plus you got to do. Come on, G. They ain't listening to these kids, G. Only time motherfuckers listen to them when they tearing the club up. So they tear the club up. It's that simple, bro. It ain't hard.
They ain't listening then. They just
It ain't hard.
and then it makes up an excuse as to why they want to throw them in jail.
No, trust me. Yeah. Them motherfuckers ain't listening to these kids, G. You want the answer? You want the answer? Go ask the kids, G. Don't be asking no 60-year-old Harvard professor or no motherfucker that ain't never been about this life, never ain't been in the street, ain't been harassed by the police, ain't never been shot at or shot. Asking them how you supposed to fix this shit. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. That shit gonna steady go in a circle. And this shit gonna steady keep happening. You gotta go to the root of the problem. And motherfuckers be so pussy. Oh shit. Motherfuckers be so pussy. They don't want to go talk to these kids. And all the time, all them kids want is somebody to talk to them, man. Dude, do you care? You care for real, nigga? All right, let me tell you what's up. All right, I'm gonna tell you this. They tell women I had kids tell me shit you would have never thought. Come on, man. And I fucks with them little hitters. I fucks with them niggas y'all see on TV. Them niggas in my phone, bro. I fucks with them shorties that y'all see on TV shoot motherfuckers 55 times. Bro, why you doing that shit, bro? And it be some weird ass shit. You be like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Man, Unc, shit. Ain't nothing else to do. Bro, you
Yeah,
stupid, bro.
they don't have
You
anything to do.
stupid,
They don't
bro.
have an outlet, and the negative attention gets them a lot of attention.
Facts, G. That's a fact. So that's what they gonna keep on doing. They kids, B. At the end of the day, you talking about kids that you trying to come across as adults to. No, if you are a parent, you should know how to talk to another kid. If you don't know how to talk to another kid, you need to go reevaluate your parenting skills. For real. I don't get it. I don't
And
get it,
you
B.
have to and you have to add this to what you're saying, Charlie. I think you said it before, but a lot of these kids are raising themselves. They're raising themselves. So when they get out there with their peers and they don't have that older person to guide them or to give them some good advice, they get it from their peers. They're saying this, they're the same age. So you're going to have this issue that we're seeing because they don't, them little young knuckleheads don't know much. Now, yes, they lived through some things, but we've been through some fires that may be able to help them. But if we're too afraid to talk to them, they're not going to learn anything.
Well, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Hope we had a good show. We'll see you again on motherfucking Tuesday. Yeah, y'all know what it is. I appreciate y'all. We'll holler at y'all then. Peace.